Boo. I'm looking for the new coach, but it's not there. He's not there. Ciao Juventini of the world. My name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. Early live to speak about the casting, the mega casting with some inside information, with some behind the scenes stories. Why there is still no officially a coach. Why there are still two men on that thumbnail and in the title. We will speak about all of that in today's live. That we know when it will start, we have no idea when it will stop. That's already a thing. It could be that in 5 minutes we stop. It could be that we continue for hours and hours. So the people that will watch in replay, of course, they will be already aware because you know how long or how short the video will be. If you didn't yet, for the people that are already in live and decided to spend a bit of their time together with me, don't forget to put a maximum of like. For the people that are new to the channel, you know what to do. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And for the people that are watching in replay, also you put a maximum of like and also write in the comment section because it's something that I really, really, really love. So what I want to start immediately with is not who you want, but who you think will come. Who do you believe will be Juventus coach? We start with Spalletti. We continue with the second choice, Palladino. And then we go with surprise name. Please write the name that you, not that you think. Sorry, not that you want. Don't tell me your preference. That we will have time to speak about. But please tell me who you believe, who you think will be the coach of Juventus after Brambilla for Juventus Udinese and maybe, we don't know, maybe for Cremonese. We launch the poll now and now it's time to say hello to all the people that are already waiting in the chat. Thank you to Loro Berger racing early. Ciao a tutti. No quiet day for Juventus or Beppe. We are a drama. That's the message of Shatterstar07. Buongiorno Xalino. Ciao Thomas Macluf. Ciao everyone. I hope I can follow during work. I don't know if Thomas is there or not connected from the work with the headphones listening to us because he has some questions. And one of the big questions is why not Spalletti when he was available? Instead of confirming Tudor, instead of trying first for Conte and Gasperini, and then confirming Tudor, it's a really beautiful question that we'll try to answer today. Buongiorno Pecci Pecci. Oi oi oi, this one was early and unexpected. I receive a message. The shades are telling me, the glasses are telling me that I receive a message. I will watch after the live. Buongiorno Davide. Ciao Just. Ciao Bogdan. Here we sign. Larry the Bird has initiated this live. Yeah, for the people that are watching or following in the Telegram group. We repeat, in the Telegram group that you can find here. Also with the QR code. You can see here in the Telegram group that earlier today, at least from what I heard, from what my source was telling me, at 4 p.m. 39, I heard Spalletti. It's a done deal. But pay attention, I want to come back on that. And I have a really big reason, because Larry the Bird is a bit lost. He's a bit lost. I tell you the truth. Larry the Bird is a bit lost because new management, because new sources, because a lot of new things, and he needs to adapt a bit, depending where he needs to fly a bit more, pushing a bit more on the right, pushing a bit more on the left, going with both of them. So at the moment, it's not that I don't trust Larry the Bird, but if Larry is telling me Spalletti is a done deal, Beppe, I can reassure you it's a done deal. On the other side, there is another voice that is telling me, Beppe, attenzione, calma, calma, calma. Larry is a great source and will always be a great source, but pay attention because as we speak at today, there is no contract that is signed and everything can happen because Damien Comolli has a bit this unusual way of doing things, really unusual, and that's a bit the behind the scenes that I want to explain you today. Ok, buongiorno Bogdan, so we'll speak about that. Ciao Junior Mas, ciao Pasquale, Folgerator, ciao Beppe. I can see Spalletti being a good fit for Juve, but not to Locatelli, also a name that we want to speak about. I tried to ask a bit if Spalletti would be the coach of Juve. Is he risking? Not from the beginning. I answered that question immediately. Not from the beginning. He will be the captain of Juve to start. He will be the starter of Juve to start. And then, of course, he will need to convince in training session, on the field, but especially also in terms of behavior, exemplarity, because he's the one that is wearing the captain band of Juve, which is always in terms of being the one that is a bit more important. He has a bit more task. You have the benefits of being captain, but you also have the task that you need to do. But he would not risk for the beginning. So we don't see if it is Spalletti, and we always pay attention to that. If it is Spalletti, we don't see at the moment a Spalletti that is entering and is taking the one to blame, the Locatelli to blame, and to say, okay, you were the rotten apple there, we punish you without even way of discussing. This is not the intention of Spalletti. Also because Spalletti is not stupid. It's not that you put him out and you have like 53 players that you can choose from. We are not Chelsea, ragazzi. So if you put him out, we have a huge big problem because there is nobody else at the moment. So this is not the strategy that he wants to take, and I tell you that I'm extremely happy about that. Meeting took place. Yes, the meeting took place. Absolutely. The meeting took place today between Comolli and Spalletti, and I already anticipated it was not the first meeting. So are you ready for the live? Please tell me yes or no. Tell me a bit of support that you are there, that you already put a maximum of like in the chat. In the meanwhile, what do we see? That we are 40,530. Oh, we lost two Juventini that were fed up with Beppe, with my face, or with Spalletti, or with Palladino, or with the fact that we didn't choose a coach yet, or that we didn't win, but we started the live losing two Juventini of the world. Del Piero said one day, un cavaliere non lascia mai solo la sua signora, which means a knight, a chevalier, a knight, doesn't leave the old lady, never leave his old lady. Well, looks like some Juventini, they left the old man, because I'm not a lady, as far as I know. So we have a lot of details to explain. I wanted to go live in the afternoon, but I decided to go a bit later so that we are not surprised from going from left to right, from right to left, and every time changing the discussions. But we can do a beautiful recap. Am I expecting, and that's probably one of your big questions, am I expecting today, now, as we speak, an announcement from Juve? No. I am not expecting any announcement from Juve now, today. So for people that are watching and expecting, I said I don't expect Tudor to be dismissed. At the end, we all know how it went. I was expecting Tudor to be dismissed, but not after Lazio. I was expecting international break, but at the end, it happened. So you never know. You never know what surprises we can hear. But what I expect, I'm not expecting. Then, minute by minute, day by day, we can see, I can already tell you that meetings have been held, and also that Palladino is still in the run, even if it's at the moment quite behind. Also, I can tell you who was in the room with Comolli and Spalletti. So we have all these details. And Suarez is speaking with Laura Berg. Who else? We have Endrit in the chat. Am I late? Yeah, I'm late. Of course, I was late because the phone never sleeps. The phone never sleeps when we are speaking about Juve in these moments. David, ciao grande, ciao Tom for Major, grande, ciao Sashko. Giuseppe watching out of the kitchen window looking for white smoke like the Pope. We had a Pope faster than we have a new coach. Pay attention, because there is indeed a message from Juventus Football Club. They just posted a message on Juventus Football Club. Attenzione, attenzione, there is a message from Juventus Football Club on their site, on Twitter. The face scan treatment continues. This is how EA Sport turns your favorite player in FC 26. Nice, but I don't think that Juventini are here to discover at the moment how we are turning the faces from players into EAFC players. I don't think that that's why you are following also here the channel today. What do we have? We have Daniel White, 709, that is saying, attenzione Beppe, I'm here for 38 months. I want to go towards 39, but short-term deal for Palladino. 1+1 term for Spalletti. Attenzione. So he's giving us two options, or a short-term deal for Palladino, so until the end of the season, or a 1+1 term for Spalletti. I can tell you that, at least for Spalletti, but I believe I'm quite convinced about it also for Palladino, the length of the contract is not that much a problem. The money is not that much a problem at the moment as we speak. Spalletti wants a bit more. He would love a bit more. But he's quite flexible. He wants to go back to coaching, to forget the ugly experience that he had with La Nazionale, which he's still not sleeping over it because he didn't forget. And of course, Juventus Football Club is a huge, big opportunity that he wants to embrace as soon as possible. If it's for Spalletti, he would have signed already today. I can tell you that. If it's for Palladino, he would already have signed last week. I can also tell you that. So what happened in the meanwhile? I will tell you. Timothy Portelli that became a new member. Grazie, Timothy. Really appreciate it. Let us know from where in the world you are watching. And then Amir that is there as well with a beautiful donation. Amir with a profile picture with his son, but also with Beppe. Beppe that was next to him because we met in a city of the world. I think it was Toronto. I think we met in Toronto. Yeah, sure. We met in Toronto. Thank you, Amir. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it. So before I tell you and reveal you all the little recap of the day, what happened, can you please tell me a bit how you were living today's news? Were you looking for information? Were you not? How are you feeling right now watching this live? You are depressed because we don't have a coach yet? Are you optimist because you didn't want Spalletti and maybe there is still that opening for Palladino? Let me know a bit how you feel about it. Chris is saying, Beppe, you have much aura with the beanie and the glasses and that black shirt. Oh, I tell you, I feel extremely well like that. I think that I will continue to do some streams with sunglasses. I really like it. I don't know what you think, guys, but I really like it. Grazie, Christian. Ciao, Beppe. New subscriber. I don't know, but I'm hyped for something that I don't know what. Bravo, Pietro. First of all, because you became a new subscriber. Secondly, because we are enlarging that Juventus community and that beautiful GJustjuve family. But also, you know, I told it a few days ago. I said, we need a sparkle. We need something. We are lacking enthusiasm. And the fact that Igor Tudor has been resigned or has been dismissed from the club, was it enough to give back that enthusiasm? No, because a lot of people were still saying, oh, it's Igor, it's part of the family. Pay attention how we are treating, celebrating for someone that is dismissed is never good, also because of the situation of the club. If you are dismissing someone, it means that you are rock bottom because things were not okay, it was not working, it was not good. So pay attention how you are communicating about that. But now that we go towards something that we don't know, that unknown, that mystery. Well, I think that it starts to give a bit, at least that curiosity to Juventini, and that will of knowing a bit more, and maybe hoping something different. That it's Spalletti, that it's Palladino, is something new, someone new. I will stop also now the poll, because the poll is going towards one direction only. 16% believe that it will be, no, 17% believe that it will be Palladino. So bottom only 17%. So not a lot of you that are watching as we speak are believing it's Palladino. A surprise name, and that's really curious to me, because a surprise name, 18%, which is a lot if you follow the news of today. If you follow the news of today, it's Spalletti that is miles ahead, and then you have a Palladino, a surprise name, not that much. So I believe that the question has been voted more with a we hope instead of we believe. And then the big winner who believe, or people believe that will be the coach of Juve, Spalletti with 65%. I know a lot of people like Benovation are writing 65% for the Napoli tattoo. I will repeat it without judging too much the opinions of people. But what I really think, guys, is that if you really stop, and that's really what is breaking a deal, or if this is your stop and not go for Spalletti motivation, the tattoo, unless you are 12, which I could understand, because emotional, you don't know how to deal with the information. Unless you're 12, and guys, we have a problem, huh? We have a serious problem. We have a serious problem. No? I think that Napoli is extremely happy to have, you like him or you don't like him, an icon of Juve on the bench. Extremely happy to have a sporting director with the tattoo of the Drughi on the bench. I believe that Inter was extremely happy to have Antonio Conte, to take Marotta from there, even if Marotta doesn't have a tattoo of Juve, he's not even Juve supporter, but he represented Juve so much. Now we are speaking about big Juve fans to Napoli, or Conte that was at Inter, huge big Juve fan, has always said publicly, also asked the supporters of Inter to stop breaking his balls because he's a Juventino, and to respect his past. Now for Spalletti, I don't even know if he is a Napoli supporter, and I tell you what, I don't care. The guy, because he's now 66, so we are speaking about 2 years ago when he won the Scudetto with Napoli, was 64, I believe. Yeah, just celebrated 64. He did something that he believed at a certain moment, because he started his career in first division in 95. So we are speaking about a lot of you weren't even born when he was born, when he started coaching in 95. Where at a certain moment he said, I coached Roma, we arrived second. I coached Inter, really difficult. We coached this, we coached that, we coached Attenzione, we coached, because I am watching also Lecce Napoli in the meanwhile, it's still 0-0, but he didn't believe in it anymore, it was over. So at 64, when you win the Scudetto, which is the big ambition for every single coach that is starting, Italian coach, I can totally understand that you are putting a tattoo. Then, if he was a bit smarter, probably would have done it a bit higher and not here. Here, what does it mean? You know, but he was, I believe, also at that time convinced that it would not coach any other club in Italy. He said, oh, I did Napoli, I did Inter, I did Roma, the two that are missing are Milan and Juve. I'm already 64, 65, I have probably the call of La Nazionale Italiana, where I think that I will go at least until the World Cup 2026, and then it's over. Maybe I can go in a foreign country for a special thing, and he put it there. You know, I have a tattoo of Juve. I'm never hiding it. You know that I never hide the fact that I'm a Juventino. But it's here, you know. If I go with a t-shirt, what you can see, nobody is seeing that I have a t-shirt, a tattoo of Juve. The only one that is still visible when I with short sleeve is this one, for the people that are there. and you don't know, even if it's not really a correct mathematical formula. By the way, I need to do it better because after all these years, it was a bit strange, but it's G from Giuseppe, the G from Geraldine, that's why it's a G squared, means the F from my son, Felice, because that's my family, guys. That's my family. But except of that, there is nothing else that is really visible in terms of tattoo. But really, I don't care. I really don't care. Then if you know what, I would be even happy if he lift the Champions League with Juve, if he lifts that Scudetto with Juve, and you see the tattoo of Napoli with me, it even make me smile a bit and laugh a bit. I really don't care, guys. Die. What do you prefer, guys? A guy with a tattoo of the Scudetto of Napoli. It's not the tattoo of Napoli. Pay attention, huh? A guy with a Scudetto of Napoli that is winning the Scudetto, or you prefer a huge big Juventino that at the end is not winning? No? Tell me what you prefer. Tell me what you prefer. And you know, for me it would be super easy to criticize Spalletti because you know that I don't like the person. I'm not 100% convinced about some moments of his career, about how he managed it. Pay attention because there is a check in progress in Lecce, Napoli. I don't know what they are checking because I'm not really watching in a concentrated way, but maybe if I do like that, you can a bit watch the game. No, pay attention. Maybe handball for Lecce, so a penalty against Napoli could be a decisive turning moment of Serie A with Napoli this at 18. Now, okay, give me the questions, guys. How many people are we at the moment watching? 340. You know that today I was live on Juventus. There were 4,700 Juventini live watching and curious about Juve at 12 p.m. Yesterday we were 6,000, nearly 6,000. So there is that huge big interest of Juve. For the English-speaking Juventini, if we are 320, 340, it means that we still need something more. What is happening? What is happening? Where are the Juventini, guys? Where are you? Why are you not all connected here in asking information about Juve? What is happening? Bogdan was watching Juventus as well earlier today. So here is the question. Ciao Beppe, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Also, is De Rossi a real candidate? No. Thank you, Limo, by the way, for 36 months. No, De Rossi is not a candidate. To me, from what I know, from what I hear, attention because the referee is going to VAR, I believe. So from what I know, from what I heard, De Rossi is not even discussed about. Matteo Moretto told us that a few weeks ago, there was possibly a talk with Xavi, a talk with him. But at the end, I don't know if he refused, if he didn't convince. Maybe I should start giving you a bit the way of working of Damien Comolli, from what I heard. Shader, 45 mesi. Hi, Beppe. Nice to see you every day with live stream. I love. This is something, guys, that sometimes, I say, I should not do the live stream because nothing is happening, and then for I do only the watch-alongs. I don't do the live stream in between, except during the Mercato months. But I think it's something I should do more, not only with our friends from Turin Giants, but also other ones. I think. Pay attention because he gave the penalty to Lecce. Attenzione. It will be Camarda. He gave it to Ramadani. Camarda was decided. Camarda was really decided. Ciao Molta. 2 months for Timothy Portelli. Grande. Timothy not only became a new, but on top of that, he continued. Attenzione, Juan Jesus, that is protesting. He's not even the captain. So pay attention how you're speaking or you will receive that yellow card. We comment the penalty together and then we go towards how Comolli is managing this new Juve. And in the meanwhile, I'm checking if there are some other tweets for Juve. Attenzione, penalty. At the end, it's the 22 that will take it. The 22. Is it Camarda? At the end, he took it back. It's Camarda. Camarda against Milinkovic-Savic. Attenzione. I want the reaction. Aya. He had to put again the ball in the right position. I always say they miss it. When they need to do that, they miss it. Let's see if Camarda will go with his second goal, his first goal in Serie A, if I'm not wrong. He will go with his right foot. Camarda, totally concentrated. He goes and he missed it, I told you. Mamma mia, but I know it. Mamma mia, but I have that crystal ball. I knew it. I told you. From the moment that he took that ball. And the referee said you need to pace it in a different way. He loses his total concentration. It's football. It's the basic of football. When I was coaching the kids, which I don't do anymore, what did I do? I told him, attenzione. Okay. I told all the kids, when you put the ball, make sure that you take that ball, you put it on the penalty spot that the referee cannot say to you, change it. And also then, when you go back, don't rush. Calma. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And bam! I should have been the coach. Hey, Ibrahimovic should have told him. Anyway. It is what it is. Bravo. I hope he will learn it. No, depending against who he needs to take a penalty today would have been really nice. Anyway, Lecce is in the game. So, Comolli is, from all the people I'm speaking with, they're telling me he's special. We, in Italy, we are not used to the way of working of Comolli. He works in a total different way. It's not what we are used to. He goes with special way of working, with special techniques. He starts with these kinds of dialogues. He starts with these kind of recruitment sessions. He wants to talk, he wants to speak, he wants to learn people. He doesn't care if he needs to take more time than people are expecting. He's working in a different way, which makes it sometimes, for a lot of people, extremely difficult to follow him, to understand him. It's really difficult. Let me say happy birthday to Matthew. Thank you, my friend. I should give you a gift. Not you to me, but thank you for the gift. Beppe, today is my 42nd birthday. I just want to win tomorrow. Usually, you know, with birthdays when Juve are playing, it's actually made to ruin your birthday. That's a lesson that I learned in 2023, Maccabi Haifa, Juve, when it was my birthday. So since that day, I don't believe in gifts for birthdays if we are speaking about Juve. Now, Comolli, happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday. So Comolli is working in a total different way, okay? He already had 2 calls with Luciano Spalletti, 1 phone, 1 Skype or Teams or whatever, Teams, speaking with Luciano. And I tell you that Comolli was quite interested. That interested that he invited him to meet him today in the afternoon. If he was not interested, if he was hesitant, he would not have invited him to meet him face to face, physical, because he wanted to speak. In the room of the meeting of today, there were only Comolli and Luciano Spalletti. A talk between men. One is 66, Spalletti. The other one above 50. So they have experience, they know. And I tell you that Spalletti for an entire meeting, 90%, it was Spalletti that spoke. Spalletti spoke. Blah, 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 blah. This, that. And from what I heard, Spalletti, quite convincing. He had that plan, he had that aura, he had that presence, that self-awareness. He was quite convincing. Not a man that is waiting for the question, a man that is actually bringing the topics, discussing them, tackling what was wrong. Guys, I'm not trying to sell you Spalletti. I'm telling you what they reported me. So a Spalletti that was super convincing, also convincing Comolli. You will tell me, Beppe, if Comolli already had a phone call and a Skype call with him, if he invited him, and Spalletti was extremely convinced, is it the money that Spalletti is asking that we cannot allow ourselves? Is it the length of contract that we cannot allow ourselves? And no, not even. Because for the money, I tell you, Spalletti doesn't care. Of course, he goes to Juve, he knows that they will not offer him 500,000 euro, okay? He knows that we go towards a 3 million euro contract net for this remaining part of the season, so he knows that it's still a good contract. He refused offers from Saudi Arabia, offers from other clubs in the meanwhile, because he didn't digest yet, because he wanted to prove himself again in Serie A. He's 66. He already, like Hatematics, he's saying in the chat, he's already rich AF. He's good. So, money is important. It will always be. But that's absolutely not the drive of Luciano Spalletti at the moment. He doesn't care that much about that. He wants to have that project. He wants to show. He wants to cancel the last Italy journey from his CV. He wants to totally cancel it. He's motivated. Hatematics was writing is Spalletti is rich as F. I want to tell you he's also motivated as F. Really, that's what I heard. So you will tell me, Beppe, the money is not the problem. Is it the contract? Not even the length of the contract, because he said, yes, I would love until 2027. Ideally, I want 3 years. Ideally, 3 years. Until 2027, at least I can build. Give me 30 months, and I can build a project that, is serious. But he said, you know what, I don't even care. If you give me this, qualifying in Champions League, because the offer, but not for Spalletti, for whatever coach, the offer of Juve is, ragazzi, we are already paying 2 coaches. Thiago Motta, Tudor. We are not sure, because of the troubles, to qualify to Champions League. We have no idea how the team, the players will react to a new coach. It could be fantastic, and we go even over the expectations that we are obliged to put again in a new frame now. Or unfortunately, we or good and luckily we go and do over what we were expecting, and we are overachieving, but we don't know. So the contract for every single coach that has been contacted and spoken with is until the end of the season, with an automatic renewal if you reach Champions League. This is what we are talking about and offered. 1 year, 2 years, I don't know. That's something that we need to see. But Spalletti says, you know what, I'm even aware or okay to take that risk. So what is missing, you will tell me, Beppe? He doesn't care. He's okay with the money. He's okay with the length. Comolli is happy. Tell me you, why? Why didn't he sign? Because at the moment, and Larry the Bird, that is convinced that it will be Spalletti, is telling me still, the signature is missing, and my other source is also telling me, Beppe, at the moment, there is no signature. There is no black and white signature. So tell me, according to you, why did Comolli not say, okay, you are the coach of Juve, tomorrow you go into the stands, tonight we do the announcement, and on Thursday you start coaching? Why? Is it because of Locatelli? No. Locatelli has nothing to say about choosing the coach. The staff? No. Yeah, signature. I said to Kenan Yildiz, can you please do a signature on my arm? He said, I will do you a signature. I was about to correct him, but actually then I said, maybe I am the one that is wrong. He has another name. I tell you that, attention, because Napoli is attacking. No, okay, corner kick for Napoli. He had the will, I tell you, honestly, the intention, the will, the desire to go for a foreign coach. And I will tell you, I would have been extremely happy with that. But he knows that at the moment, a lot of coaches are under contract, that there are not a lot of availabilities, that is quite difficult. And Chiellini and a lot of other ones in the club are pushing for Spalletti. And that's why he says, I want to meet Spalletti. I don't want to go rodeo all by myself. I want to meet him. And he convinced him. So he was positively surprised about how convincing he was, Spalletti. So I read a lot of options here. It's not because of the tattoo, guys. Why? Because he wants to do something that, according to me, is extremely smart. What he wants to do is having 100% of his staff involved in the decision and 100% of the people shaking hands in choosing the coach. He's much more convinced. He's not at the moment 100% convinced. He needs to speak. He needs probably to sleep on it. But he wants also the other ones to give their opinion. That's also why we have that football committee meeting every single, I believe, every 2 weeks or whatever. So he really wants to go and ask them. Chiellini, green light, vamos. Modesto, green light, vamos. Who else? Whatever people that they are speaking with from, let's go. Are we okay? Are we not okay? Let's go for that one. Super important for him. I tell you, honestly, that this is extremely enjoyable and smart. I tell you. Enjoyable and smart. Because he wants, and I think it's not a usual Italian way of doing it, but it's also French, so. But he wants to have everyone in 1 month, in 3 months, in 6 months, whenever. He wants nobody that is able. Attenzione, Napoli scored. Mamma mia, what a goal. Penalty missed by Lecce. A score. That's what it is. It again, Anguissa. I didn't see who scored. Again, Anguissa. Let me check. I think it's again Anguissa. Let me check. So, yeah. Again, what a man. I don't know if you are following also the other games, guys. But as far... Yeah, Anguissa deflecting it. As far as what I'm watching, Anguissa is the man of Serie A as we speak since the beginning. So if you are looking at the 9 game of Serie A, he is the man. Camarda out. Anyway, we'll speak about that later. I will continue about Comolli. Juventus is more than a football club. Thank you, Sader. It's love. It's pain. It's pride. And timeless memories. And you, Beppe, are the heart that keeps the family together. Forever black and white. No, this is a poem, Sader. This is too much, even for me. Calma. You will make me a bit shy. You see, since I have my glasses on, it's good. I love to speak with the glasses on. Thank you. Really appreciate it, Sader. Really appreciate it. I forgot the message of Franco Chan. Ciao Beppe, just logged in and love the Ray-Bans. Grazie. And give a kiss to your fantastic, beautiful daughter. Thank you, Franco. Roberto Gallo, 13 mesi. Can Spalletti get the best out of Cope? If not, for me, Cope has to leave next season. I really hope we also invest in a midfielder and defender in January. We'll come back on that question. I have no idea if he will be able to get the best out of Cope Manners. I believe that if it was with Tudor, if it was with Thiago Motta, if it is with Spalletti, Palladino, or whoever, the coach that will be on the bench, if Cope Manners is not able, because it's not about it's not about the coach that needs to get the best out of Cope. It's Cope that needs to wake up and give more and start to perform. So it's not even a question of the coach. Coach succeeds, bravo. Doesn't succeed, Cope Manners will be on the market if he doesn't wake up. So Comolli is really looking for no excuses. We all agree on a decision. We all go for it. And later, if it fails, it's not but, hey, I told you. Hey, I warned you. I didn't want this or that. We go all together. And probably they are taking 48 hours since this afternoon to really 100% decide. 48, that can be faster. Right? It could be that tomorrow we have the announcement, even if... Pay attention because it's match day, so that we have him on the training ground on Thursday. Otherwise, it could be that he starts on Friday. I think it would be, in a way, stupid. If you are sure, go for the coach and let him start on Thursday morning. If not, having the coach on Friday with one training session after Brambilla started already to coach after the game of Udinese as well. You are just losing time and pay attention because it's game after game after game after game after game after game. So we have no time. We need to also act quick. So I understand that Comolli that is saying now it's too late for Juve Udinese game. It's too late. If we have today Spalletti that we announce him, what will he do? He will train tomorrow morning, the time that he's saying, ciao, my name is Spalletti, I am Italian, I come from Tuscany, I'm 66 years old, what's your name? Before he's doing that, the game is already starting. So I understand that he's taking 24 hours more. 48 could be a problem for the game of Cremonese and slow things down. But this is what he's doing. He wants to be ultra convinced. He knows that he doesn't have a lot of choices at the moment. He knows as well that he cannot go again with a caretaker, because that's what we did without Comolli, but with Giuntoli, because there were 9 remaining games. Now we have 30 remaining games. So it's an entire season to play with -6 at the moment, because Camarda was stupid in not putting that ball correctly the first time. -9, if I'm not wrong, from Napoli. Is it -9? Yeah, I think. Or -6 because they had 15. Let me check. Serie A. 21 points. Yeah. So it's at the moment as we speak. -9. So if Napoli wins now, because it's the 74th minute, it's -9. So you need to activate yourself, but you can go back at -6 at match day 9. So this is what Comolli is doing. He wants everyone on board. Good, bad, good. He knows also that going with a cowboy way, he will do more damage than good for Juve. He knows about it. He says, if I go cowboy mode and I decide and I put my ego and I go without involving the other, it doesn't mean that he will not decide. At the end, if people are not agreeing, someone needs to cut the apple in two and take a decision. And he will do that. He has absolutely no problem in doing that. But he prefers if we go. And as we speak, at 8:04, Spalletti is ahead. Really ahead. Didn't tell me Beppe, okay. And what about Palladino? Palladino was and is a B name, but they want to treat him with respect. There was already a call between Comolli and Palladino, not as extensive, as long, as details at the meeting that they had today with Spalletti, but still, for what? Because first of all, the ex-Juve player, because he showed interest in Juve, because of the agent Beppe Riso, that is really important known agent in Italy. So don't disrespect Palladino through the agent Beppe, because it could put you in problem for later. But even that call was not a bad one. The availability showed it's a good coach. It's one that has ambition, of course. If Spalletti tomorrow, there are still doubts about him, they are not 100% convinced, all of us, they will hear in a meeting more extensive a Palladino. Speaking with him, explaining a bit the question that they were asking today to Spalletti. Palladino is still in the run, yes, but further away, because they know that the risk, that's not even that much a corto muso race, Aman. From the information that I received, Spalletti is really leading. He's there. Spalletti is here. He's really leading the race. But Palladino is not here. This is the finishing line, huh? Spalletti is here. Palladino is here, guys. Palladino is here. He's not here. He's totally visible. Palladino is here. Spalletti is here. They are there. Both on the screen. Totally visible. And they are not giving up. If Spalletti tomorrow is doing that, it's over for Palladino. But he wants to stay there. Because it's not one that we said, no, we don't want. Whatever happens, we don't like. No. We like Palladino. Why not? But we cannot risk. And you know why we cannot risk. And you know why it's taking time. Guys, it's simple. Comolli, for a lot of people, already made a mistake with Tudor. Some people will say, but he just arrived, he was obliged, there were not a lot of coaches available, he tried in extremis, contest Gasperini, for a reason or another, maybe also because he just arrived and he wanted to push his way of doing it, and maybe it was not the way of doing it, because, of course, if you call Gasperini and you tell him, convince me that you are the right coach for Juve, the guy is already nearly signed a contract with Roma. So, guys, you are calling me. Why should I convince you? You are in need. I'm not in need. And he was that close to sign. Maybe he already signed officially with Roma. He said, basta. So now, with a bit more time, being already more in Juve, he said, okay, I can push my way of doing, but I will do it in another way. A bit differently. Maybe not going that hard, okay? But he knows perfectly that if some people are saying, no, but he just arrived, it's not because of him, he was nearly obliged to go for Tudor. While other people are saying, no, but he renewed him. At the end, he extended him. So it's on him already. It's already one failure. The extension of Tudor is on the name of Comolli. So we can discuss about that. Some people will say it's because of him. Some people will say it's not because of him. But the reality is that the next one, that it's a caretaker, that it's a long-term coach or whatever, the next name will be, even if he doesn't have the entire palette of available coach. It's not like on demand, like Netflix, where you pay the subscription and then you can have access to all the data, because they are all at disposal. You don't need to pay anymore. You can just click because you already have that subscription and every option is there. At the moment, no. At the moment, it's like a subscription to Amazon Prime. You have some options that are free because you are paying the subscription. But on the other side, if you want more, we can offer you more. But you need to pay another subscription. MGM movies, you pay. These movies, the classic, you pay. That's the problem for Juve. So, at the moment, he knows that he cannot fail. So, I prefer someone they saying, I want everyone convinced about the choice. I will take the end responsibility, but I want everyone convinced. And I want, instead of rushing, because we need to go, so that the journalists are happy, so that the tifosi are happy, I prefer to take my time, but taking a decision that I'm totally convinced about. Maybe I want to sleep on it. Maybe I want to do the old vintage technique. And you know what is the vintage technique, huh, guys? The old vintage technique is this. Allora, I will show you. It's Luciano Spalletti. Raffaele Palladino. The old technique is as simple as that, guys. He wants maybe to do it the vintage way, without computer. Luciano Spalletti, what are the plus points? What are the minus points? Raffaele Palladino, what are the plus points? What are the minus points? And of course, if you see that this column here is too long versus this one, we have a problem. If this column is super long and this one is not that much, we have a decision. But as I revealed you at 8 p.m., so 11 minutes ago, apparently we have another confirmation. Attenzione! 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 Oh, maybe something will happen in the meantime. Maybe the list of Comolli and team is now that long. Because Mirko Di Natale is going bold. You want me to write a message to Mirko? I wrote him a message to Mirko Di Natale. He's answering. Attenzione, attenzione, he's answering. Attenzione. He says, first of all, a big greeting to your fantastic and beautiful community. He's informing himself. He's asking more information. So soon we'll have more information from Mirko. But one thing is sure, he said, you have a big, huge greeting to your really beautiful community. I will not call him. I could call him, but guys, at the moment, the journalists, they don't want to have the phones busy with calls just to enter live. So out of respect for the job, attenzione. Now, it's not the only one because I have another message that I want to read. Attenzione, we are making history. We are making history. Larry the Bird is continue to tell me, Beppe. And I tell you, Larry is maybe a bit here, a bit there. He has his sources. And we know with Comolli everything can happen. But, guys, after Mirko Di Natale, Larry the Bird is telling me that there are some confirmations. Let me write him back. Attenzione. Attenzione because maybe we can go crazy. Attenzione because maybe we can go crazy. What is Sky Sport and Di Marzio saying? We will read it. In the meanwhile, I'm waiting for a message. Juventus. Sempre più Spalletti per la panchina. L'ex CT dell'Italia è ormai il prescelto. Firma attesa nelle prossime ore. What does that mean? Spalletti closer and closer and closer to the bench of Juve. The ex-national team coach is now the chosen one. The signature is awaited for the next few hours. But guys, can you imagine that I am actually excited and happy for Spalletti to come? No, I don't do the Spalletti impression anymore. No, I don't do the... But can you imagine that I'm celebrating the arrival of Luciano Spalletti, guys? Can you imagine that I'm celebrating... No, but this is Narnia. This is another reality, guys. This is not even normal. Guys, for the people that are loyal to the channel, you know my opinion about Luciano. And we have, I think, new Juventini that are coming. Welcome to all of you. This is not normal. Jimmy saying we need a coach. Yeah, of course we need a coach. So what is Di Marzio writing in his long tweet? Spalletti is closer to Juve. The XTT is the chosen one. Luciano Spalletti is closer and closer and closer to become the coach of Juventus after the context of today with Damien Comolli. He's now the chosen one from the club. Despite there were also other candidates that were evaluated, the one of Spalletti, the candidature of Spalletti, has been evaluated the most appropriate and, look at that, agreed on and shared with the entire part of the management. What did I tell you? What was I insisting on? I was insisting on one thing. He wants everyone to be involved before taking that decision. With the ownership that is backing up that decision. Thursday could be the day of the presentation of the new coach, while the signature is awaited in the next few hours, and that's when Spalletti could be already at the stadium tomorrow to watch the game, not on the bench, but to watch the game against Udinese. Ragazzi, from what I start to receive, from the messages that I receive, pay attention because... So no announcement today. From what I know, there will not even be an announcement tomorrow, official announcement. The announcement will be on Thursday. Thursday, probably then early in the morning an announcement. This is what I heard and what I also told you, because tomorrow could be an announcement, but it would be extremely strange to have an announcement on match day. This has never been a strategy of Juve. Then, of course, guys, what I just told you, with Comolli, with the new management, we have to expect everything, because everything can totally change from a way on another. Ragazzi, I think that we are writing history right now. So I want a maximum of like, because now we are 424 people. Can we say that 99.9% we have Spalletti as a coach? Can we say that? Can we say that? So I want people to tell me their emotion. Guys, we have Spalletti as a coach. Comolli has decided, and the entire live that we did here in explaining you things about Comolli meeting, Spalletti convincing, Comolli wanted to have an entire board with him in taking that decision, so not doing things like a soldier alone, taking things together. Also telling you that the first training session should be on Thursday anyway, that tomorrow will be difficult. If it was not today, tomorrow will be difficult for an announcement because it's match day. The things has been explained by a lot of people. We start having more and more confirmation. 6 minutes ago, Luca Monblano is saying the passion of Spalletti soon on these screens. Attenzione, because it goes totally crazy also with Romeo Agresti that is saying attenzione. I don't know if this is the most appropriate image, but anyway, I will take it, showing actually Igor Tudor that in a video on DAZN, I believe, when he was speaking about Juve, he showed actually the book of Luciano Spalletti. Guys, here we are. Guys, we have a coach. It has been confirmed now by all the journalists, and you know how it goes. When they communicate all together, and when all together are communicating the same thing at the same time, you know that it's a message that has been pushed by management of Juve. We can say it now. Luciano Spalletti, the only thing that is missing is the official announcement from Juve. We'll have to be a bit more patient to see it officially announced by the club, even if you never know. You never know. It could happen that at the end they go, but from the news that I have, they will not do it. It's a bit late now. People are sleeping, probably. So ragazzi, tell me, are you happy? Are you not happy? Are you happy? Are you not happy? I see some people like the GCP world, they think that it's horrible. I see a Forza Juve from Rami Kanan. I don't like Spalletti, but when he is there, welcome, mister. I will support you. Fantastic, beautiful way of thinking. May the Lord protect us. So I can think that Chiellostar is not really in favor of Spalletti. Pay attention, because Chiellini was one of the big ones that was pushing for Spalletti, attenzione. Give him a chance for AB Traveler. Mixed feeling for Junior Maz that I try to pin here. I will support anyone that coach Juve. Experience will also be important. Good luck from Neno. Fiducia nel mister per il bene della Juve. Trust in the coach from Giuseppe for the good of Juve. Not happy at all. Locatelli can eat a crow and take his place on the bench. I don't think that in the beginning. Then let's see how the situation will evolve. It's not in the interest of Juve. It's not in the interest of Spalletti to immediately bench him. I hope Napoli Spalletti coming, not Italy Spalletti. It's a different job. It's a total different job. One is a coach. One is one that is selecting players. So no, it cannot be the Italy Spalletti that will come. Now the question is, which Spalletti will it be? Will it be the Spalletti that is at the end bottling it because at a certain moment of the season something goes wrong and he doesn't find the way, the solution to take back the team up? Or will it be the Spalletti where things will go extremely smooth and he finds that extra motivation for the players to follow him until dead and winning that Scudetto? 3 minutes more in Lecce. With a corner kick for Napoli, so at the moment still 1-0. Mixed feeling also for Sader. What is the problem between Spalletti and Loca? The problème, c'est que en équipe nationale, Spalletti ne convoquait jamais Locatelli. Après, le vrai problème, on ne le connaît pas et on ne le connaîtra jamais. Mais ouais, je pense qu'ils se sont parlé, qu'ils n'étaient pas d'accord. Je pense que Spalletti, d'un côté, il ne l'a pas convoqué pour, premièrement, des raisons techniques qui se sont après développées en questions personnelles. So, the question from our friend Akagami in French was, what is the real problem between Spalletti and Loca? And I told him, look, if it started with a technical problem, because Spalletti probably didn't need him or didn't like the way he was playing or preferred other players. After 1, 2, 3 times that he was not called up, Locatelli, he transformed himself in a more personal problem. Probably they spoke to each other, the miscommunication, but that's something that I will tell you Spalletti will have to immediately solve, and he will immediately solve. One of the priorities of Spalletti, not because Locatelli did, he's the captain of Juve. At today, Locatelli is the captain of Juve. So one of the first things that Locatelli will do, and probably he already did it at the phone. After Comolli said, you're the man, probably he already did it. He took the phone, he already called Loca. And saying, Loca, nice to meet you. My name is Luciano Spalletti. I'm the new coach of Juventus Football Club. I heard that you are the captain of Juve. I know that if Juventus today is playing Champions League, it's also thanks to that penalty that you scored. I'm happy to have you as a captain. Let's bring back Juventus together to the top. One message that I received, and let's see if someone will deny it or not. Can I make the no-sayers happy about one thing? Listen really carefully what I'm telling you here. Listen carefully what I'm telling you here. Are you ready? Tell me yes or no with the maximum of comments, guys. Are you ready about what I'm telling you, yes or no? By the way, it's over between Lecce and Napoli with Camarda that is crying on the bench. Are you ready for what I'm about to reveal you? We are with 4. We are not even with 4. Yeah? Ready? From what I heard, and maybe the no-sayers will maybe change a bit their vision or not. In the discussions between Comolli and Spalletti today, there were absolutely
2 messages on WhatsApp from the group JB team from an unsaved contact.
In the discussions of today between Comolli,
Message on WhatsApp from the group JB team from an unsaved contact.
I know because the glasses are speaking because I receive millions of messages. Wait, let me deactivate one group because this group, when they start, it's over. Huh? Forget about it. Wait, how do you do? Notifications. Mute for 8 hours. Basta. In the discussions between Comolli and Spalletti today, I already told you a lot of things, but there is one thing that I didn't tell you. Spalletti, in his plan, in his discussion, in whatever that he was saying today, that it was for medium term, so 1 + 1, 1 + 2 years, or just for this season, Spalletti was absolutely not speaking about reaching top 4. The standing, the way that Spalletti came into that meeting is the top, the best. That's what we'll try to do with that team. No promises, no selling dreams, not with a bag here, but he was thinking in big, with a maximum of respect for the Juve that you know, that I know, then top 4 might not happen. Top 4 might happen. Maybe it will be top 3. Maybe it will be top 2. You never know. In a miracle, it could even be top 1. We don't know. Maybe we'll finish 10th. Maybe we'll go in relegation zone. I don't know. I don't have that crystal ball. The thing that I know is how he behaved and how he was speaking. There were absolutely no cautious words. There were absolutely no cautious words in let's do everything to reach that top 4. No. It was there. Oh, Juve. It's Juve. It is Juve with the ambition of Juve to bring it back. Because the tifosi are sad. Because the tifosi have pain. Because I see some people here that start to accept mediocrity. Because I see some supporters here that are saying, we are not Juve anymore. We are the new Manchester United of Italy. Oh no, we don't speak like that about Juventus. Juventus, with the players that we have, it's not a perfect team, we know it. It's not a perfect roster, we know it. But when we will speak about that team in that meeting, and when we will speak with these players, we will speak with Juve. Juve, what it belongs, what we have, and the plan that he explained to reach it faster than we even thought was possible made sense. And this is what convinced Damien Comolli. This is what convinced today Damien Comolli to say, oh, wow. Okay. I will go out of that meeting without shaking hands with you in agreement because I need everyone to understand first what you said, to believe, to transmit. And then we go together. But Spallettone today, and it's not a coincidence that some people are speaking about the passion that he showed in the meeting of today, in the call, also there, when he was speaking in that ad of Amaro Montenegro, with the maximum respect for Totti as well, and the maximum respect for Igor Tudor, and a maximum respect for Juve today. Ragazzi. He impressed a lot. Guido Tolomei, that has been extremely cautious also. Luciano Spalletti will be the next coach of Juventus Football Club. It's done, guys. It is a done deal. So, when a lot of people are reporting, I send you back, and please do it, because we are only 2,577, but I send you back to one of the first one, maybe the first one that really, he never fails, huh? He never fails. What a guy. I'm always impressed. At 4 p.m. and 39 minutes, he never fails. Larry the Bird, Spalletti done deal. He never fails. It's incredible. He never miss. It's incredible. Even, I tell you the truth, huh? Even me, Beppe, sometimes I say, I don't know, I'm not sure. Larry, are you sure? Because they are telling me, Palladino, they are telling me, Beppe, it's a done deal. Yeah, but you're convinced because then I will go live and you know what I said today? I was not loyal to Larry the Bird. because what I did today, I said Larry the Bird told me it's a done deal, but I want to keep a door open because the new management. I was wrong. I was wrong because I needed to believe at 100% and not turn my back to a Larry the Bird. I was too cautious. So I understand also you when Larry is speaking. Larry the Bird never failed. Never let us down. None of us. Always right. Cope manners, even if some people would have loved that he was wrong there. But cope manners anticipated 2 years ago. So many things. Incredible. Incredible. Chris Perotta says, Beppe, you missed a comment of me. I missed a few, so let me read. Wait. No. Saraz, I will explain you later, but this is a picture that I will absolutely not... that I will absolutely not show here on camera. I will explain you later why. Wait, but I will use it for something else. But no, I cannot use that picture. I will explain you later why. I'm dead. Oh my man. I need to pay attention, guys, with the glasses. Okay, guys. Let me read. Chris Perotta, Claude Venuto, Elias, and Michael. Then I take a 2 minutes of break and I come back because we need to speak here. So, Chris Perotta, why do you think he chose Tudor over Spalletti? Oh, good question. Good question. Can I give you an answer when I come back from my 2 minutes break in PP room? Claude Venuto. Thank you, my friend. Fino alla fine, no matter who the coach is. Ooh, that's beautiful. I love that, Claude. Merci, Claude. Elias. Thank you, from Sweden. The good thing is that Spalletti has a set formation, identity, and express compared to Palladino, who wants time to make it work. 4-3-3 in offense. Attenzione. It's not true. Spalletti 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, 3-5-2. In his years of career, played with a lot of things. So it's not said that Spalletti will go with a 4-3-3. It's not true. It is not true. But 4-3-3, what we saw, of course, with Napoli. But it's one that has his ideas, but also wants to adapt to the players that he has in the material, and he can do it. Michael Dyer, we are Juventus. Stop the top 4 talking. Bravo. But I must say, Michael, thank you for the donation, by the way. I must say that I never heard this season with the management, I never heard, even when things were going bad, Juventus needs to secure top 4. I saw fans not believing it. Myself, I was never saying that we would win the Scudetto, but I never heard. I heard we need to go fast in bringing Juve back to winning. We don't promise that we will do it today, but I never heard about top 4. I never heard that, and that's a good thing. So I will come back with the message of Chris Perotta. That was a beautiful one, but give me 2 minutes because I received here one message that it's important, maybe with some extra information. Give me 2 minutes and I come back. Important. Luciano Spalletti is the coach of Juventus Football Club. Juventus Football Club found the coach. He convinced everyone, not only Damien Comolli, but especially Damien Comolli. The meeting of today has been extremely convincing and decisive. It was already close. He was plan A, and we went for him. Yeah, Forza Juventus X for X. You're always scared. Pay attention when you're scared. How is it possible that you're scared? So answering that question, why Tudor was chosen over to Spalletti? Because we are speaking about another period where plan A was Antonio Conte. Plan B was Gasperini. Guys, if you have a no of Conte, if you have a no of Gasperini, Spalletti, and then you go for Tudor, for one that just arrived, which is Comolli, that if you're telling me about Giuntoli, for a simple reason, why Tudor and not Spalletti? Because actually Tudor arrived before Spalletti, before the summer. Why? Because at that moment, they wanted to stop the decisions of Giuntoli because they already knew that he would been sacked. So they said, we go with a caretaker and let's see where it will bring us. So that's actually super easy to explain. Sader, thank you. Nobody wanted Allegri first, but he gave us a history. Look, I tell you the truth, because I see a lot of messages now in the chat. I tell you the truth. Today, this morning, and yesterday, I started again to go back to a lot of memories because you know that I am not a big fan of Spalletti, that I didn't want him at a certain moment. It was one of my nightmares to have him at Juve. And you know what? And I will be totally crazy what I will tell you now. Never I would have imagined that I would say that here on the channel. But one of the things that convinced me for Spalletti is our friend Max Allegri. Because I didn't have a channel back then, but the strength of the hate I had for Allegri after Conte, when he was in this game, because everything went extremely fast, it was a one-day decision, Conte out, Allegri in. I promised myself that I didn't want to watch a single press conference of Max Allegri on the bench of Juve. I was so wrong. About Max Allegri that the hope I have, and it's absolutely not a promise, the hope I have is that he can turn the hate is a big word because I became a bit more mature. I hate nobody, but the strong dislike I have and the strong disbelief I had in Spalletti, they can overturn in huge big love, because I don't appreciate that much the person, and on top of that, I'm not 100% convinced about a long term with Spalletti, about his experience, but he can change that. And I am not saying Max Allegri and Spalletti are the same person. I'm not saying they are the same way of thinking football. By the way, Spalletti is old, but he has a way of seeing football that is much more younger than a lot of young coaches today. So they are totally different in the way that they are watching football, interpreting football. It's totally different in preparing a season. It's totally different. So I'm not saying I'm happy that it's Spalletti because he looks like Max Allegri. No. The only touching point I have is I disliked Allegri that much, with that much strength, that maybe Spalletti can do a doppietta, a brace. He can be also the one that I didn't want and I was actually super wrong on. That he can overturn in making Spalletti becoming another coach that will be first here and then here in my heart. You never know. So I really want to give him that chance. Maybe the experience Allegri changed also the way that I see things today. And then you know it, Thiago Motta. I was one of the first one to tell you I would love Thiago Motta at Juve, and it went totally wrong. For Tudor, I have been a bit more cautious. I said, the person I love, the person I really like, I'm happy for him being the caretaker of Juve. I will be forever grateful. Then is he the favorite coach? Is he the one that is convincing me 100%? No. But at a certain moment, you need to take a decision, or you stop and you respect the person Tudor, or you continue and you show him with the contract extension that he is the one that we believe in. We gave that contract extension. Did we show him 100% that we believed in him? According to me, no. We saw it with the Mercato. We saw him also when he went out with some complainings about the referees, because I saw again today some Juventini that said, but we cannot complain about the referees because we are Juve. And no, complain about referee because la porcata, the pig things that they did to us against Verona and also against Lazio at a certain moment, basta. So, but we can say that now we have Luciano Spalletti as a coach. He will be probably there tomorrow already in the stands, even if I want to keep the door open in pay attention. But then he will be there on Thursday morning to lead the first training session. Let me write one message. I wrote a message. I want to have a confirmation on that. Mamma mia. Buonasera Lorenzo. No, perché il futuro si dice è raggiente. Si dice the future is bright in Italian. Wait, let me try to translate that. È luminoso, perché il futuro è luminoso, allora hai bisogno degli occhiali. That's why I have the glasses on today. Let me read you guys. Tudor, Juve legend. He was mediocre bench warmer. I don't agree with that. Especially speaking with a lot of people that played with him and that knew him and that knows him as a person, the importance of Tudor, and then pay attention because bench warmer is a bad choice of words, because a lot of time he could not even make the bench because of his injuries, because unfortunately he had a lot of injuries which took him away. But I remember that from the moment that he was there, Marcello Lippi trusted him to make him a big, huge starter at Juve. So no, I cannot agree with that. No. I also made a video about Tudor, so the history of Tudor I know quite well. No, bench warmer, no. No. That being said, my oh my, people telling so much BS here. I don't know who you are referring to, but that happens a lot. And I am also saying a lot of BS a lot of time. For sure, no agree. Come on, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. This is the message from Marco 9182. Let me continue to read you because today I want to read. Ricci scored for Milan. They already started. Attenzione, Ricci first goal for Milan. So they're flying as well. 21 points also for them as we speak. I have one thing to say, Beppe. Christian, tell me. Uomini forti, destini forti. Uomini deboli, destini deboli. Non c'è altra strada. You know that I don't really like that, that sentence. So for people that do not speak Italian, it's a famous quote of Luciano Spalletti that said, your destiny is not written in the stars, is written inside of you. Strong men, strong destiny. Weak men, weak destiny. There is no other way. I don't like that sentence. For what reason? wait. What was the question? Why do I not like the question? Why do I don't like that message? Tell me, why do I not like the message here from the quote of Spalletti? Strong men, strong destiny, weak men, weak destiny. There is no other choice. There is no other road. No, not because Spalletti is a weak man, but you are going close. Not because of the arrogance, even if it can be interpreted as an arrogant sentence. Forza Juve, how the question that is in my head since I believe like 2 hours. How on earth can you write Forza Juve and then put the picture of Bellingham that just scored against us the 1-0? With all the respect, is something that is even if you had the correct answer, but this is a question that I don't know. Now, if I start putting like I don't know Anguissa picture, Forza GJustjuve with the picture of Anguissa, or Javier Zanetti, I don't know. That being said, because our team, what are we saying about our team? And not since today, but we are missing leaders. We are missing captains. We have a weak mentality. We cannot react to adversity. We have problems of fighting back. Nobody's carrying that team on their shoulder. Then if you tell me the quote that was said earlier, strong men, strong destiny, weak men, weak destiny, there is no other road. If you cannot change these men to make them strong, we have a huge big problem, because then the road is already written. Then the road is already written. No? So that's why I don't really like the sentence. Because you cannot... there are a lot of things that you can have an immediate impact on. But I don't think that you can change, like for example, Forza Juve in an instant was able to change the logo, the profile picture, bravo Forza Juve. That you can do really fast, but changing a man, a woman, a kid, whatever, a person, a human being from weak to strong takes a bit of time. You can change. Everything is possible in life, but it takes a bit more time. And that's what I'm telling you, attention. My phone apparently is doing some rumors, but I don't think it's the phone. I think it's the glasses. So if I'm a bit further, it's still a problem or not? Because otherwise I will shut them down. Because, wait, I need to check something. Hey, you see, even when you are not using them, so you know what? Let me shut them down. Okay, I shut them down, so now there should not be any messages anymore. The phone, but the phone is gone, guys. I cannot put him in another room, huh? I have shut down the glasses. Is it better now? It could be that it's the phone. Maybe because iPhone 17 is stronger than the iPhone 13. Better now? Okay. Arm length. By the way, there will be also a bit of change. Soon, if everything goes well, soon I will be able to do some lives where I'm standing up. Mamma mia. That will be beautiful. That will be extremely beautiful. Extremely, extremely beautiful. Juventus and Spalletti are working to build his staff. The vice will be Marco Domenichini. Daniele Baldini will be the assistant. Oh, Baldini. Daniele Baldini, but he was a coach, no? Or am I wrong with Daniele Baldini? Ah, no. Huh? Was he not at Empoli? Daniele Baldini. Wait, let me check a bit about him. You see, mamma mia, but I have a memory that goes, mamma mia, I'm impressing myself as well. You see, Daniele Baldini, I remembered that he was at Empoli first as a player in 95-2001, and then he started as an assistant, then as a first coach in 2001-2003. I have a memory that goes back to random players. I have an archive in my mind that goes like 22 years back. Incredible. Incredible. Beppe chapeau. Honestly, I'm impressed about myself. Wow. Wow. Bravo Beppe. So, Daniele Baldini will be the assistant while Francesco Sinatti will be the physical trainer. They have to decide the goalkeeper coach and the match analyst. So that's what they are working on now. So they're working on completing the staff of Luciano Spalletti. Luciano Spalletti is one step away from becoming Juve new coach. Last details about the contract until June with the option for 2027. So what we can hear 2027 is a 1+1. A 1+1. 1+1. That would be my dream. That would be my dream. But I don't have the money to do that. A 1+1 contract. Oh, Spalletti accepting a 1+1 is chapeau. Honestly, chapeau. No? Okay. Let me do a poll. Okay, I went with the poll, guys. So you can vote. Spalletti new Juventus coach. 1. Finally. I waited for him for so long. So I'm speaking even before this season. 2. Finally. He is the one. So in the past, it's not that I really wanted him, but finally he's the one. Guys, he's at the moment the best available choice, so better him than someone else. It's not my favorite one, it's not the one that I wanted, but, or I'm not happy. Go and vote now. Go and vote now. And if you can, in the meanwhile, put some likes, that would be nice. 392 people are live at the moment. Guys, push, 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 push. In the meanwhile, I tell you that we are reaching 40,542 Juventini of the world on this channel. So vote, 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 vote. Mufedising seems to be the most convincing choice since first Allegri sack. Sarri was wrong, Pirlo, Motta, Tudor were young, and Allegri back was not strong. How old is Spalletti? 66, and in March he will be 67. Vote with your brain, not with your backside. Always important. That a beautiful tip, Ayub. Is it true that there is a law that forbids to have 3 coaches under contract at the no. But a coach that already coached in Serie A cannot coach another Serie A in the same season. So Tudor, if he wants to coach, he can coach a foreign country immediately, but he cannot coach another bench of Serie A in the same season. Thiago Motta could, not Tudor anymore this season. Of course, Juve is really, really, really I have confirmation that for the celebrations of Tudor becoming the head coach of Juve official communication, I have some confirmation that is tomorrow it's match day. We focus on match day. We give also the respect to Brambilla that is helping us out of the situation. Thursday is the day of Spalletti. Okay. Ciao, Beppe. Halloween is upon us. Let the crazy commence. Thank you for the donation, Paolo. Halloween is scary. Huh? Halloween is scary, so I don't know how I need to give that interpretation. I think that I hope that Halloween was already behind our back, guys. And by the way, Spalletti, if I am not wrong with my calculations, wait, I need to tweet that. Always paying attention, guys. So if true bag, you can say it's true. On Twitter, I'm always a bit more cautious. Would be on the 1st of November, on the birthday of Juve. Never happened in the history of Juve, I think. Yeah? Wow. Wow. Why is Paolo laughing or crying? I don't know if it's laughing or I think it's crying. Yeah. It never happened. I think it's really a premiere. if I think the career of no, he's young. He's still young. He's young. Of course, Tudor. I thought you said Spalletti. Of course, Tudor will have. Of course, he will have to prove that he can also start a project and convince for more than just being a good, strong caretaker. That's important. But no, it's not over. So, what are the questions now that Spalletti will be the coach of Juve, guys? What are the questions that you have? The opinions. I want to have that interaction with you guys. You want some behind the scenes? I already told a lot in that first part before everyone went with the announcements. But is it correct? Not correct? Tell me your opinion. What you want to know? What you want to speak about? Hopefully he can win and he can put that Juve tattoo. I would be extremely happy with that. I will close the poll, by the way, because we see that on the last position we have need to wait a bit. Yeah, on the last position we have finally he's the one. Oh, finally waited for so long. Second to last position. Second position, not happy. Best available option, 69. So what does that mean? The votes of your poll. That he will need to convince you which result. But Juventini are quite skeptical at the moment. Yeah. Their own injured, but we already played against Atalanta, so in a way, too late. No? So, how long it takes before we see something positive? I cannot put a label on that or an answer or on telling you with certainty, because I tell you that I hope that the players will understand the seriousness of the situation. I really hope that they will understand the seriousness of the situation, because the situation is serious. It's dramatic. Tomorrow I don't expect a lot of crazy things during Juve Udinese, because it's impossible to expect crazy things. Spalletti arrives on Thursday. Guys, I tell you, the calendar is simple. He arrives on Thursday. He coached Thursday, Friday, then we play against Cremonese, and we need to travel in the meanwhile. We need to travel, playing against Cremonese, and then coming back, we play immediately Sporting. Then you have Juve Torino on the 8th of November, and then there is international break. Can he do something in the international break? No, like Tudor was not able to do something during the international break, because nobody stays in La Continassa. So, now it will be go play. I need to discover, you need to show me, and try to do it with a few basic things. In, I believe, the smartest thing that he could do today in the next coming game. So, not Udinese, but Cremonese, Sporting, Torino, is to normalize the situation. First of all, looking who is fit. When you understand who is fit, is what is the position of Chico Conceição. Put him in that position. Where can Kenan Yildiz deliver the most? Playing him in that position. Where should Cambiaso play? That's the most important thing, fast. Normalize the situation. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. If we need to continue at the moment with that 3-4-2-1, play with that 3-4-2-1, but play the people in their position. Super important. Otherwise, we will go wrong. If you try to reinvent the wheel, guys, it will be extremely difficult. Now, then with time, you will need to change. In these situations, from the courses that I delivered in the past, when I took over difficult situation, because in my career, these were the things that I loved the most when I was working, was give me the drama situations, a region of stores where it's absolutely not working, when people are totally demotivated, where people are not performing, where some rotten apples are there. I love these situations. Oh, I loved it. I hated when they gave me, like the prime biggest store where everything was perfect. What do you want to do when it's perfect? It's perfect. You want to go and say bravo. No, give me the things where you need to have dirt on your hands, where you can see impact and things like that. And I remember that in the first phase, what I was doing was giving 3 rules. You observe a bit here, a bit there. You check really fast. You need to immediately. What can have an immediate small impact? Not the big impact, because it's impossible. But looking at the small impact. Why? Because when you arrive, some people will trust you immediately and will be convinced even before you speak. These people, we are calling them the early adopters. You arrive. And they already trust you. Bravo. Say A, we will do A. These are easy. Yeah? Then you have different persons of different types of personality, and at the end of that chain you also have the no-sayers, the people that before you even said something they will say no. So you have, at one end the early adopters, at the other end you have the no-sayers. Oh ragazzi, this is a course, and it's management course, for free. I give you that for free. So pay attention to what I'm telling you. So what I was doing is, of course, spotting a few things really fast, and then making sure that these were working. Why? Because thanks to the fact that you were asking not too difficult things, but that I had an impact, you could show them not only with theory, with words, but also with fact that things were working. And you celebrate these small victories. Celebrate doesn't mean you need to go in the disco and to celebrate or to put the champagne bottle. No, celebrate, say bravo, you see it's working, well done, great, fantastic. Because showing that the early adopters, they're already there. They're already on your side. But then you have the people that are waiting. They want, but they need a bit of being convinced. Well, these guys, you show them the result and they are there. Your group of people that are following you is starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And at a certain moment, the no-sayers, that even with these small victories, it's not enough for them. Winning against Cremonese, but it's Cremonese. Let's wait. Wait that we'll play Napoli. We won against Sporting, but guys, if we are not able to win at home against Sporting, what are we speaking about? It's not convincing enough. Dusan Vlahovic scored, but I need to see another goal. Jonathan David, but you see how many he missed? Celebrate these small victories. Show them. Take people on your side. The one that, okay. And then the no-sayers, they have one choice, or they have to give up. And they join your team because at the end, everyone is on your side. Or they leave. Or you put them out because at the end, ragazzi, you need to take a decision. I'm not a big brother. Like Spalletti will not be a big brother. You see, this is management, not the only thing, but one of the things. So what I would recommend, and I'm sure that Spalletti has the experience to do it, 2-3 things immediately to have immediate impact, not reinventing the wheel, because doing these kind of things, then you can start to build. And then it will be a medium, and then it will be a big task. And then there are players players in that case. For me, it were employees where you are giving already because you already convinced them, because they were already there, like these early adopters, these people that trusted you because A plus B, you give them already a bit more difficult task because you will spot the talents. Like Kenan Yildiz, you spot the talent, you will ask him a degree of difficulty a bit more. Then to a player that is already in difficulty, like for example a Koopmeiners, don't ask him in the first day, Koop, or you in the first day, don't tell Koopmeiners, or you change against Cremonese, and I want to see the Koopmeiners of Atalanta against Cremonese, or you're out. Because you need to also psychology to understand that Koopmeiners is in a mental, extremely difficult situation, and you will totally lose him without even giving him a chance. So give him the easy task. Where are you feeling well on the field? Is that the position that gives you more confidence? Like you said, not that much advanced, but playing a bit more in the midfield, in a three-man midfield. If we have the opportunity to play three-man, you will have a chance to play there. Otherwise, it's two-men. Where do you feel more comfortable there? You feel there? Okay, in two-men. If you feel more comfortable, at the moment I don't have a spot for you, so you start on the bench, but I'm counting on you. When you enter in that position, show me what you can do. Maybe things like that. Easy, tranquilo, and then we build for men in difficulty. But at a certain moment, when the wagon, when the train is launched, you cannot wait for Koopmeiners, in example, anymore. If Cambiaso is not changing, you cannot wait for Cambiaso anymore. Then it's Kostic. But if Kostic was starting to feel better because he had a special connection with Tudor, because they come from Balkan countries and they had a special connection and he received the trust, but he's not doing it with Spalletti because he's Italian, then we have a problem with Kostic. Calma. So, calm. When will it work? It depends on how the team will react to the stimuli. Because the big fear, of course, is one of the sentences of Spalletti: strong men, strong destiny; weak men, weak destiny. There is no other road. So if these guys are not able to, and they don't want, they can't, we have a huge big problem that not Spalletti, but not Pep Guardiola, not Jurgen Klopp, Ancelotti, Marcello Lippi will be able to change as easy as that. I would love that we criticize Spalletti for his job as a coach, but I would love that we start opening our mind and maybe also put a bit of responsibility on the players. Look at what Patrice Evra said. Look at what Alessio Tacchinardi said. Look at what Michele Padovano said. Look at what all these players that played at Juve, that know what Juve represent, are saying. So that's super important. Super, super, super important to me. Let me read the message of Berish, Grande Berish. Thank you, my friend. How do you think he will affect the growth of players like Yildiz or Chico? Look, if there are players that at the moment are not a problem, we can speak about these two. Of course, Chico needs to improve. Of course, Yildiz needs to continue the growth because they are not finished player at the moment. Attenzione, 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 perché mi dicono, because people are telling me in my little here that Lookman just scored. So let me check. I see, with Modric that is crying, with Atalanta that is celebrating, with Leao that is desperate. I just saw the ball entering the goal, but I didn't see the goal entirely. I just know that at the 35th minute, it's Atalanta 1, Milan 1, which is good. Attenzione. First of all, I don't like that referee, Doveri, but on top of that, they are waiting. So there could potentially be, there is a check in progress. There is a check in progress. With Juric, he's not happy. Ball in the sacoche. Ball has been, the ball, I think it's goal. Yeah, it's a goal. People are saying que gol, que gol, que gol. Maybe I can go back. Yeah, I will go back a few seconds behind. Can I do that? Yeah, wait. So I went back. Let me check the replay because I want to see. Everyone is telling me that it's a banger from Lookman. Usually Lookman, we know, he can score some goals. So there is the Ketelaar that is giving it. And then up. Yeah. it's a beautiful goal, then it's the most beautiful goal ever. No, the beauty of that goal is that first touch, that first control is extremely beautiful, and he's immediately turning himself to put the ball in the right direction, and then he goes with his left foot, bam, a power shot that is incredible, where the goalkeeper Maignan cannot do anything about it. But voila. Thank you, Fabio. What do you think will happen to Locatelli? But I said it in the beginning before announcement. Are they still checking? I know it's because I didn't go back to life. Sorry. I said it in the beginning before the before the official news, etc. Official from the journalist, not yet from the club. I said it, to me, there will be no clash, or at least the intention of Spalletti will not be to clash against Locatelli today. I really believe that today Locatelli will be treated with respect from Spalletti in telling him, oh, buongiorno, I'm Spalletti, I'm Luciano Spalletti, I'm the coach of Juventus. I know that you are the captain of Juve. Let's talk. Let's talk about that. It's the first time that we meet each other. You're the captain of Juve, I'm the coach of Juve. We have the same ambition. You are a huge, big Juventino by heart, expressed it publicly and repeated publicly millions of times. So you have one ambition, you have one target, I have an ambition, I have one target, and both of them are the same. Bringing back Juve to glory days. Can we do it together? I give you my trust. Today. The trust in giving you that captain band, because I don't want to take it away from you. You are a starter of Juve today. Tomorrow, that doesn't depend anymore on me. That depends on you. About the performance that you are giving on the field. What I'm asking you to do, that will be different. That's what Allegri asked you, Thiago Motta asked you, Tudor asked you. Can you follow my ideas? Because for La Nazionale, I went with other type of players. Because you were a good player. Nobody denies that. But you were not in my ideal top 5 players for my midfielder, because there were other midfielders that, according to me, were more important for La Nazionale. So show me also, not only that you're doing good performance, but that you can follow what I want to see as football. 2. 3, it's not only the field that will speak, but the captain needs to be one of my right hands. Needs to be on my side. That's one of the most difficult jobs in the world, being a captain. Because being a captain, you represent the players towards the coach. You are the voice of your players towards the coach. But you are also the voice of the coach towards the player. So you need to find a way. You are not always liked by the coach because you have a big mouth to defend your players. And you are not always liked by your teammates because you are defending also the coach and translating that word. So it's a tough job. It's not only speaking with the referee on the field or asking how long or complaining for a foul or playing with La Monetina in the beginning of the game. It's much more complex than that, my friends. It's much more complex than that. We saw Danilo that went to speak up to defend the teammates with Thiago Motta. You know what happened with Danilo, because he went to clash. So it's no, but then it depends on Loca, guys. I tell you the truth. I have been a big defender of Locatelli in the past few seasons against everyone and everything, but I must say that also Locatelli disappointed me. Locatelli disappointed me a lot. So also him needs to convince first Spalletti, the most important today, but then he needs to conquer my heart again. I'm not even speaking about Cambiaso. Grande Antonio Gaeta, 26 months together with Beppe. What happened between Tudor and the players? Look, I said it this morning, heated conversation. I tried to check even more about that, and honestly, it was a heated conversation, like it happened every time. It was not even that big of a deal, of a drama. Of course, he was pissed off. Of course, he said the harsh things. Attenzione, Luca! GFTV, guys, go on his channel because he's speaking about Juve, of course, but Luca is speaking also about Real Madrid, Barcelona. He's speaking about, I'm sure, later Atalanta, Milan, about Inter. Speaking about football in general, Luca is a guy that I really appreciate. I met him in Orlando. I met him in London. By the way, Luca, I will send you a message because on the 21st, if I am not wrong, I will be in London for a few hours because then I will have to wait for my train to go back to Belgium. And I was thinking if we can do something together, would be nice. Then it depends on the timing, etc., but would be nice if we can do something together. Recording something or whatever, or maybe just taking a glass of Coca-Cola. So I will send you a message about that. But what about Spalletti? We are, how far are we in the live? We are 1 hour. We are 2 hours and 9 minutes in the live. So I spoke a lot about the change of why I give a chance to Spalletti, but for people that are following me since years and years and years, I have never been a big fan of Spalletti. Not from the person, not from the coach himself, for a lot of reasons. It's a long, huge, big discussion. But I said that the coaches that I hated the most when they arrive at Juve probably are the coaches that were able to convince me the most and were the most celebrated by me later. Speaking about Max Allegri, for example. So I'm giving that chance to Spalletti, and honestly, he's probably the best available choice now because you are not at the end of the season where you can take a caretaker and let's see how it ends for a few games. Now you need to go for 30 games in Serie A plus 5 games minimum in Champions League, hopefully more. You need to start a competition like La Coppa Italia, so you have a lot of games. We are in the beginning of the season, so you need someone that is able to shake up and also to be extremely strong. You have no time for Xavi. You probably have no time for Palladino because you need to wait for them. And this locker room, unfortunately, they have shown a lot of times that they have the capacity not to be strong on the field, but apparently strong in eating coaches when they are not happy. No, it's true. Bravo, aliens that remembers. Now, I was young. When he arrived at Juve in 94, I was 13. So he came from Napoli. It was a young coach. Coached Atalanta as well. So I don't remember, and also because there was no internet at that time, so I don't really remember that animo. But then I discovered it, but I didn't really feel it like that, because I always say at 13 you believe that you understand everything from life, but you're young. You understand certain things for your age. Some people are a bit more mature, some less, but at 13 you're still young. But yeah, it's true. It's true. From what I know, from what my father says, etc., I remember. Then he became a GOAT. But it's also like that for a lot of shirts. A lot of shirts that we don't like at first, and then it writes history and we like them. Bei allem Respekt, Spalletti ist kein Lippi und wird es nie sein. Richtig, Michael, das ist richtig. Aber Spalletti ist nicht ein Katastrophe. So the message from Michael is, with all the respect, Spalletti is not Lippi and will never be. But we cannot ask Spalletti to become Lippi. We cannot. Because Lippi arrives still at the relatively young stage of his career, while Spalletti comes at the end of his career. It could potentially be, if he's doing well, it could potentially be that he's really the last club that he's managing. Guys, he will be 67 in March. Ich spreche nicht so gut, aber ich verstehe. Ich verstehe gut. But Michael, you are asking me, yeah, you speak German. Yeah, but why on earth are you starting to speak German to me? No one will believe P. It's impossible and also unfair to compare. You cannot. For the French people that watched that movie, fantastic movie. Really funny movie. A cult movie of French cinema. I would not say that. Personally, with all the respect. But Sebastian Wolf, ja. Ich verstehe auch. I understand why you're saying what a beautiful language. So Spalletti zijn. Are there Juventini in the staff? I don't know, and honestly, I don't care. You know what is the most impressive? That in 2 hours, with a lot of people coming in, people coming out, nobody's complaining about me being 2 hours with glasses. It means that you like Beppe with glasses. I think it's the first time that I'm doing an entire live with glasses. I agree with Bob. Yeah, I agree with Bob. Bob with the zebra, but pay attention because that looks like at the Club World Cup. Where were you, Bob? The strengths of Spalletti. One strength that unfortunately we will not see now, but it's to have that capacity, that ability to do a fantastic summer preparation. In the history of Spalletti, most of the time, I will say 9 times on 10, he prepared his teams like crazy to have a mega turbo start. So physical condition in the beginning of the season, and thanks to that physical boost and start and intensity in the beginning, they are able to actually destroy the other teams because they go much stronger, much faster. That gives them an advantage with teams that have a total different preparation, that are maybe in diesel mode. That's one of the strengths. Unfortunately, that strength will not be visible at Juve because he will not have the time to do that physical preparation. But that's one of the strengths. The other strength is that experience and also the fact that he knows how to put a player out if he needs, or to speak or to confront a player. Look, sometimes it went totally disaster, like Icardi, for example. Totti didn't end really well, the relationship between him and Totti. Other times it went really well. I remember, and that's really honest opinion, because it's fresh in my memory because it happened not that long ago, where he has a big, huge confrontation with Osimhen before the Scudetto year, a huge big confrontation with him in the summer, where we see the images and Osimhen pissed off, he's leaving or he was sent off, or he left alone, I don't remember extremely well, the training center, where I was like, I'm happy, because he's one of your most important players. If you lose him, good. And actually, he was able to overturning in having probably the best season of the career of Osimhen. So he has also that capacity of going strong, but also, let having also the understanding what he can do, what he cannot do. Not strong of putting him out of the team, but also to let him perform. So that's another one. And then he has a beautiful view of football. So there are good things of Spalletti. The things that I don't like, I told you, is sometimes that arrogance of, a lot of times, the arrogance of the person in going with these kind of quotes that I don't like. when he won against Juve and following Allegri with his hand there to shake the hand, but it was not out of respect because he wanted to respect Max or Juve, but it was to mock him. It's something that I really didn't appreciate. I didn't like it. I forgot Sarri that did the middle finger against Juventini. Not forgot. Put it aside. Went over it to support Sarri at Juve. So I can close an eye on that one without forgetting, but I didn't really like that arrogance. We take away the PlayStation from the player. You know, Spalletti. Spalletti goes crazy, sometimes. But that's about the person. What I also don't like is him in sometimes totally losing it. When he totally lost it, guys, we know it. We said it here. He goes and looks at the ground. I'm extremely scared about that. In the one that I was impersonating and laughing about. And when I see Spalletti like that, guys, I know that it's totally over. So when we will be in a difficult situation with Spalletti and when we will start looking at the ground, you know how it is, hands in the pockets, looking at the ground, I know that it will be over. The game will be over. And hopefully not the season, because that's one of the biggest danger. I have a poll that just came in mind. Spalletti on the bench with a tracksuit, jumper, whatever, sporting, or elegance with a suit. What do you think? Because at Napoli, I remember him with a tracksuit, no? In Italy, he went with an elegant suit. But I know that he prefers chill, comfortable, tranquillo. I know that Juve is not really appreciated. You hate coaches that are wearing suits. I know. Then you have a problem with Juve because this is an institution at Juve. They tricky a bit with Sarri back then to find a compromise, but no. I will not. No. I will not speak like Spalletti. Uomini forti. No. I will not. Juve, you need Su didn't work. Trapattoni, Lippi, Allegri. What do you mean? Suit didn't work. By the way, at Juve you don't go with tracksuits, so you cannot even compare. Even Sarri was not with a real tracksuit. He was a comfy luxury thing, comfy classy. I don't know. No. Lippi on the bench of Juve was with a suit. Was with a suit, guys. What are we speaking about? Then the big jacket on top looks way sportier, but he was always with a suit. You have some images where he's there, but that's a pre-game. That's in training session before coming back with a suit. Guys, what are we speaking about? You can go in all the images. Always with a suit. Gray. Black, Then in summer tour, that's something else. In summer tour, it's a load. AP was with a suit, guys. Ancelotti was in a suit, fresh memory, like that. Ancelotti was with a suit at Juve. No, honestly, I don't remember. And especially in these times, guys, you're crazy. You wanted the Umberto and Gianni Agnelli to go crazy. Ancelotti was with the suit. Then training session is something else. Like this, training session is something totally different. On the bench of Juve, like here, it was with a suit. No, look. Bench of Juve with a suit. Oh. Here, training session, pre-games, whatever, you go with a tracksuit. Of course, you don't go with a suit at the... But then you... No. Suit, always suit. Guarda. Yeah, it's true. But, I tell you, for example, Mufit says there is dress code for Juventus coaches even in the youth team. I tell you that Juventus official staff, when they go to a game of Juve, even if they are not working at that moment for the team or doing, but they are working on something else, I don't know, they need to go with a suit. They need to go with a suit. So all my colleagues that we are working on Juventus official fan club events and whatever, so we are taking care of the legend, for example, Tacchinardi, then the day after we go to the game, they don't need to work during the game. They don't need to be in contact with the players or whatever. Well, they are obliged to come with the suit of Juve. And I tell you that the day, and it will not happen because they don't give it to partners, to external partners, but the day, you never know in life, that I receive the suit of Juve, because it's with a tailor, it's on measurement, the day, if I'm lucky enough to receive a suit of Juve, mamma mia, guys, it will be the most beautiful day of my life. I believe that I will record myself crying if this happens. Guys, that's a secret. Don't tell it to anybody. That's a secret. But when I go out, when I work with my teammates, and then they say, oh, we need to go to the room because we need to put our suit on because we go to an official event or the game or whatever. They go with their suit and they come down, even if it's 50 degrees outside, it's warm, they're sweating, and they would prefer to be in comfortable clothes. I said, mamma mia, I would love to have. And I tell them I would pay to put a suit of Juve on. It's so classy, it's beautiful. I love it. Bravo. Christian is saying I would sleep with that suit. Yeah, same. Beppe, we are talking about Spalletti, but we forget that we have a game tomorrow. It's true, and it's something that came into my mind, I believe, 10 times today, because I was or live on Juventus, or did I record a video? Yeah, I recorded a video as well. Then I was listening myself to some other lives, etc. And I said, but nobody's speaking about the game. It's true. Tomorrow we play against Udinese, and pay attention because tomorrow it's a difficult game. Udinese is underrated. They are under the radar. Nobody's speaking about them, but they are doing a beautiful season. They are doing a really beautiful season, and they know that they have the opportunity to destroy us. They have the opportunity to do it. So pay attention, it will not be easy. Ma non penso che stravolgerà. Difesa 3. Secondo me, se i giocatori stanno bene 3-4-2-1. According to me, tomorrow we play with a 3-4-2-1. You want to try to do yeah, bravo, Massimo. You smell the blood and you finish him. You want to do the formation of tomorrow together? Yeah, all Juventus game has been difficult, that's a fact. Tomorrow we don't reinvent the wheel, huh? Grazie Lukic to at least taking the time to answer. Tomorrow we don't reinvent the wheel. %72% of the people said it will be there, Spalletti, with a suit on the bench of Juve. Depending of, I don't know the physical conditions, guys, about the player. I don't know if there was something or not, but I think that this could be the lineup. Ah, bravo. Mufidi Singh, that's it. Guys, it's not about it's not about reinventing the wheel with one training session. Yeah, but nobody wants Brambilla to change. Why? Why should he even change? It makes totally sense to go with that, if of course Ciao Igor, grande Igor. But Zegrova, the problem is not about Tudor or not Tudor, is at today, and we know it, we had confirmation also from Kosovo, so it's not a Juve thing that is lying or not. At the moment, he has not a lot of time in the legs. The problem is that we don't know how serious it is, how problematic it is. To the moon. Dai Juventini. That's the lineup I think we will see tomorrow. La next gen copia più o meno il modus della prima squadra. But who told you that he had 15 minutes? Who told you that? We don't know. I don't know. Then, Joao Mario entered last time, could have been Jagrova for 2 minutes. Nobody said that he didn't have like 4 minutes plus injury time. We don't know. We don't know. No, it's not true. The first game, I don't remember by heart how much he played, but I remember really well the words. And then it's not because he played. it's not because he played with Kosovo and that at that moment he was able to do 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever, then the day after he's still able to do it. I don't know. Exactly. And then you risk, and then it's because of Tudor, or because of him, or because of that, or because the other one. I will send you some videos from the islands. Bravo, grande, so that we can show it here during the watch along. Enjoy tomorrow. The only game of Brambilla on the bench. Remco doesn't like Spalletti. It's with two T's. Two L's, two T's. One P. It's Spalletti. Two L's, two T's. But I always told you I don't like Spalletti neither. Now we need to get over it. What do you want to do? You want to protest? You want to go against the club that you love? We don't want. It's over. Or you can, if you want, you can still pray until Thursday morning that something happens, that they change their mind, and it's so. But guys, the choice has been made. I already accepted it, and I try to look at the positive things instead of the negative things way faster. To me, no. To me, no. To me, no. No. World class? Absolutely not. Then, if you focus on a recent history, because Anthony, I don't know how long you're watching really calcio, because I know that you are much younger than me. We met also, but I never asked you how long you're seriously watching football. But Spalletti, if you look at really what did he do, really, what did he do? He won with Napoli in the most strange year with all the stars aligned for Napoli. That's what he delivered at today. Second spot with Roma, while, listen really well, Juve was in Serie B or came back and was totally destroyed with Milan minus I don't know how many points. There was no competition, so it was Inter, Roma, Inter. At the end, Inter won every time, and they were always second, Roma. Then Udinese fourth spot was a beautiful one, but I think that other coaches did also beautiful things like that, like Gasperini with Atalanta, for example, or I don't remember who with Chievo. I forgot who did it with Chievo. So now he's world class. Now hopefully he can become world class, Anthony. No, world class, no. World class, no. Then he won with Zenit twice, but it was Del Neri. Bravo. Del Neri with Chievo. Motta with Bologna. The difference, pay attention. Motta did it, I believe, 2 seasons, beautiful results with Bologna, 1.5 season, while Spalletti did much more than Motta, but it's also the age, and one is at the end of his career, the other one at the start of his career. Now, it's true that if you're looking at the idea of beautiful football, the teams that he coached were always playing a beautiful to watch football. But again, one of the I think that what has always blocked Spalletti to win much more is these moments where he loses himself and that ability to transform a negative moment in we go up fast before we start losing points and going back, because that Spalletti is this, guys, usually, yeah. This is Spalletti usually over his career. You see? Wait. So it's a Spalletti that mega boost in the beginning of the season starts for quite long. Usually it's like 10 games, 10, 12 games at really the top. And then he has that downfall. First it's step by step, so it's not a peak, but step by step. And then he stays there for a few games where he's actually throwing away everything that he had before climbing back and finishing really well, but it's too late, and usually he's finishing second, I call him the eternal second. And before Napoli in Italy, this was the story of Luciano, which at the end is annoying, because I don't care about having the medal of the one that is the most entertaining football. I don't care about that. You are saying this now, and I believe that if we are asking Juventini in the chat, would you sign for a second spot this season? I think a lot will take the pen and will sign. But I can tell you that if we are, from the moment that we really understand that we are second, then you will regret, my friend. Then you will regret that you signed, because then you will say, Mama, if only I didn't sign. If only I didn't sign. Maybe we had the opportunity to fight and to win the Scudetto. But second would already be a big sign. Yeah. I know, you tell me. What do you want? It's over. Oh, but there is one thing that you forget. I told you, and if you followed the live, I told you he has that mega boost start in the beginning of the season. Why? Thanks to all this period, which is called the preseason. In all that preseason, that's where he's working to have that mega start in the beginning of the season. The problem is that now he's taking a Juve that is here. And as I told you, a Juve that is here on paper, you see it with that pink thing, he always needs a lot of time before coming up and coming back. So that's the huge big difference. But I already said it, like yesterday, today is 3 hours. I told you. To how can I recap? In a few words, I don't change what I think about him. I will never change what I thought about him, because what is said. But I'm someone that is giving chances to person, and it happened one time that the one that I hated the most before he arrived was able to convince me. So the one that I liked, at the end, they didn't kept their promise. Maybe the one that I don't want will be able to change my point of view. So, but I'm someone, guys, in life, you need to give a chance to someone. Doesn't change the fact that I have never been his biggest fan. It was my nightmare to have him at Juve. I would have loved not to have him at Juve. I tell you one thing, my biggest regret, oh, Saraz, send me that clip, please. Not for now in the live, but that's because I know that some people will start now to break my balls. So at least I have that important clip. When did I say it? March 2024. It's always the same. I don't change my vision. But here it is. I don't like him. If he comes, I'm his biggest supporter. But no, 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 Remco, you need to study a bit better. Mancini is not an Interista. Mancini is a Juventino. As a kid, he supported Juventus, and probably through his career he has a bit of a soft spot for Juve. The problem is that it's not a Juventino that, according to me, deserve any respect. Because when he received that Scudetto of Carton of 2006, when we were already getting 2006, not only he celebrated a Scudetto that he didn't win, trying to find images of that day. Don't find immediately. Anyway, not only he celebrated a trophy that was not his, but okay, guys, you're there, you win a Scudetto. What will you do? Like a face, like a funeral. But it was the way that he behaved and how he accused and started to speak in front of cameras and accusing Juve. Yes, they are cheaters, they are this, they cheated, we should have won even more before that. If Mancini would have been on the bench of Juve, I would have supported him like I would support Spalletti or whatever. But I would never forgive him what he did. Mancini was the last choice for me, bottom choice, and then there was Spalletti. Then you had a long list, but Mancini is unforgivable. What he did in 2006, accusing Juve of stealing and this and that and that and that and that and that. But he was not the Inter. Maybe it's even worse. Matthew Beppe, thank you, my friend. You've always said this about anyone you didn't want at the club, but you put it aside if they are and here and support them. Yeah. But it's the same for a player. Like I told you, Jonathan David is not my favorite player. I can have an opinion as well. I can have an opinion. It's not my favorite player. And I will tell you that at today, unfortunately, is giving me right about me not wanting him. But I'm saying unfortunately, and it pains my heart. But how many times did I say here I was right about Jonathan David? I don't want him, never in my team, and whatever. No, because it's part of the team and you give him a chance. At the moment, he's not performing. He's not doing well. This is a reality. Not because Beppe said it, but because it's the reality. And I'm crying, and I hope that one day someone will tell me, Beppe, you see, I told you that Jonathan David was great and fantastic. I will be the first one to be extremely happy about that. You cannot even imagine how happy I will be the day that he will start. Does that change my opinion about the past? No. And I never said that he was a bad player. I said it's not convincing me. It's not my favorite player. I believe that going for him, if you go for him as the first striker of you, I never said about second striker. I mean rotational player because I think he could do it. But I think as a first choice, it's not the player that I would have gone for. But yeah, usually I'm like that. Then, in my career as a manager back then, not everyone was my favorite employee. Not everyone was my favorite choice when I had to recruit some people. What do? You don't like them and basta, or no, you give a chance to people. Spalletti, again, huh? I could have gone here with drama. I don't want Spalletti, he will do shit, he will do bad. What is the plus? What is the minus of Spalletti? I told you all the plus. I told you all the minus. The minus are big, and hopefully it will not happen. Is it difficult to score in Serie A? Absolutely, it's difficult to score in Serie A. It's funny that you are saying that, Jeff, because the board of directors, at least the new one, has not even been announced, Jeff. It will be on the 7th. And also there is a total renew of persons, of people, and I don't know how on earth you come to that conclusion for people that, one, didn't start, one, two, they have absolutely no say at the moment in what's going on, and they will not have about what's going on the sporting side of Juve. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. If you are telling me I'm not on board with the choice of Spalletti, you should not, because it's important to blame the right people. You know who you should blame? Not the board of directors. You should blame the management that took the decision, and that's the sporting management led by Comolli together with Giorgio Chiellini and with Modesto. At the moment, backed up by the ownership that is John Elkann. Super important. Otherwise, we start blaming people that didn't do anything wrong or not even something good at the moment. No, it would be wrong. But who was your proposal? Who was your choice, chef? I'm curious. How does the Spalletti signing work with bringing a new sporting director? It feels chaotic the way we are working. What we said here in explaining about the sporting director has always been that it's not the sporting director role that other sporting directors will have. So today the choice has not been clearly made. We know it. It's not the coach in Italy. It has never been the coach that is doing the mercato. It's not a la Wenger or a la. I was watching Atalanta Milan. It's not a la Premier League. So about mercato, he will come and one of the instructions of the sporting director will be, this is the vision, the identity that we want to translate. We are doing it with Spalletti, but the players that we need to recruit needs to fit that way of playing, regardless of the coach. And I think that's super important as well. Regardless of the coach, I mean, the coach has his word to say about his preferences, but it's more building towards an identity, a vision of playing and what you want, more than just pleasing a coach. And Spalletti, that I don't really like, has shown over his entire career that he can play with 3-5-2, with 4-2-3-1, with 4-3-3, with different way of playing and styles, because he's a coach that can adapt to different roles depending on the player that you have, which is a great skill and probably also one of the things why he has been chosen. One of the reasons why he has been chosen, because of that flexibility of playing. people are speaking about the web. You're doing 3 hours live. You're on fire. But guys, it's not the first time that I'm doing these long lives. No, but we have a lot of things to say. I told you, my wife and my son. By the way, I'm checking. Are at a concert in Brussels. Let me check. So I'm alone at home, guys, and what do you want me to do? I'm watching in the meanwhile also Atalanta Milan with an eye. I'm speaking with you. I'm enjoying my time. Then we have Juventini that are entering, that are leaving. At the moment we are dropping. We are only 280. Order pizza. Actually, I should have thought about that earlier. I should have done that. My cat is the boss. You cannot ask a cat something. You cannot bring. You need to ask. No, you need to wait, and if he wants, then he comes. You want to go for a Q&A about whatever you want? Yeah, that's when I'm bringing him closer. Sorry, Ricky Juventino. Yeah, when I'm bringing it too close to the microphone, apparently it's doing interferences. But also because I have the glass. But no, I shut off the glass. But I have the watch. I have this. It's interconnected. It's a problem. Yeah, I also want pizza. I should have done that. Also true. But I told you, actually, it's not even a fun challenge because I will eat it without problem. I told you my opinion about people that are over criticizing pizza Hawaii, pizza with pineapples. I told you a million times. It's not my preferred one, but I think that the Italians, they are doing it for clicks and likes because they want to give themselves an air, guys. I have seen people in Italy or wherever in the world eating things that are much more worse than that. My unpopular opinion. Then I'm not saying that it's the best choice of pizza. You can go with so many choices and great taste and great things. So yeah, it's not in the top 5. It's not something that you need to try once in your life. No, avoid if you want. But that thing of in Italy, you cannot put it because there's a sacrilege, because they are playing with it. They are toying you. It's for TikTok, and you believe in it. And that's the worst thing, guys. You believe in it. So, pizza is pizza, no. You know what and that's really strange. Pizza with fries on, it's something that I don't understand, for example. I would put pizza with fries under the pizza with pineapple. For me, putting fries on the pizza is worse than putting the pineapple. Why do you put fries? Maybe because I live in Belgium, I don't know. But why do you put fries on the pizza? This is, for me, something I don't understand. Also this. Better not to do, but guys, when I was a kid, my grandmother, when I was sick, and my mother couldn't take care of me because she was working, and I was with my grandmother. It was really funny because the long spaghetti, she was doing like a kind of like a spaghetti, but the long spaghetti, she was actually breaking them first in two. Then she was putting it in a towel. Brodo. She was taking in a towel. A towel? No. Not a towel. I don't know. Maybe, let's see. She was putting the spaghetti like here, all the spaghetti she was putting there, and then she was cracking it, towel, crack, crack, crack. Then she was putting on the table, and you heard the crack, crack, crack from the spaghetti breaking in pieces. And then she was doing it. It was good. It was super good for here. It was fantastic. So fantastic. Yeah, bravo, la pastina. I didn't know that people would. If I said pastina, I was scared that a lot of people would be totally. So pastina exists, guys. Pastina, pasta, the little pasta, pastina. So, bravo. We see the Italian Sicilian heritage here in the chat. The must-go places in Torino. Well, of course, you go to the stadium, the stadium, the museum. Go to the museum. If you have the ability to do the tour, go and do the tour. So there are a lot of activities around the stadium to do. I mean, Juve related. Then if you say Beppe, not the stadium, I really recommend, depending how much time you have, I always recommend to go from Piazza San Carlo to Piazza Castello, walking. Just walking by foot. You don't need a car, you need nothing. You stop at the two statues there. You start at the two statues between the two churches. Piazza San Carlo, you see the horse, you take a coffee there. La Piazza, sometimes you are lucky, you can see even a player. And then you walk, you have all these stores on the right, on the left. If you have money, you go to the Stone Island store there on the right side. If you're looking there, you walk towards Piazza Castello, where you have also some fountains there. If you have the possibility, you go in the museum there in Piazza Castello, because you see because Torino was the first capital of Italy before Roma. You visit it with the royalty, because in the past it was royalty Italy, where you see a bit of history. And then if you continue to walk, you go towards the Juve store in the city, because you have that little street there. You have an old library. And then when you come back and you do the other side, you go towards Rue Via Lagrange. Via Lagrange, that is a bit more with upper stores. You go towards that, you stop, and you go to Peppino, the gelateria Peppino, which is really good. I think it's the first gelateria in Torino. You stop there. Great. And that's all by walking by foot. If you have a bit more courage, you go and you continue. Where you are in Piazza San Castello, instead of going towards the Juve store, you go on the right side and you go all down. There is a huge big avenue towards Superga. You can walk there. There are a lot of stores right, left. You feel Torino. You can see that little mountain of Superga in the back. And even if you have strength, you go up. Or you can go with Teleferico or whatever. These are easy to do in Torino. Then, if you want to go to the Auto Museum, to the Egyptian Museum, then if you go to the other side, it's La Mole, where you have the Museum of Cinema, or you go out top. Mamma mia! Oh, I became a guide of Torino. It's not the first time I went there. There are a lot of things to do in Torino. Really, a lot of things to do in Torino. I love it. No, I was. I have been there a lot of times. I love Torino. If you tell me, Beppe, one city where you would love to live, I would love to live in Torino. Zero hesitation at all. That's a city I go tomorrow. Did you see that? Because sometimes I think that some people do not see it. Did you see this, guys? Wait, not that one, but this one. Did you see that? Announced by Juve, We Are Juventus, watch party, rooftop cinema club, Miami, 8th of November. Get yourself a place. Who is from Miami or neighborhood? In the chat, do we have some people? And Madrid is another city that I really love. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry, I forgot. With David Trezeguet, I will be there as well. So I go the 4th, I go to Torino, the 4th. From Torino, I stay there 2 days, so the 4th, the 5th. I will be late, unfortunately, to the game, probably because I need to do something for Juve, but I will be late on the 4th, so it could be that I even miss the beginning of the game. I hope not, but I will be pissed off. And then the day after, I do something extremely important. I will keep you up to date about what I do in Torino. And from there, I go the 6th to Miami, 6th, 7th, 8th, and then the 8th, I come back to Belgium. So who is there from Juventini that used to live there for Gabriel? Andy Big Lips will be there. Ziad. That's great. Did you already put your reserve? Super important, huh? That's a bit far, huh, Michael? The father of Jolo is there for work. Beppe, one day you wanted to living in Italy or you wanted to stay in Belgium? I like living in Belgium, but I tell you, in Italy I would love to live in Torino. Also, I love London. Yeah. But London, pay attention. London, I don't know if I would live there because it's expensive, but I love London. Yeah. Bravo, Ziad. No, otherwise the spots will be gone, huh? I've been a few times to Austria. 3 times, I believe. I like London, at least because I was there a lot for work in the past, and I remember I was there. Mamma mia! I love the atmosphere. Now it changed. I was there, I believe, last year in November, the last time. I must say that it changed a bit because I didn't go since COVID. So in 5 years it changed a lot. But I really love St. Pancras. Then you see just London. Everything. Love it. Amsterdam is one of the cities I know the most. I think for one, two, if not three companies. I had stores in Amsterdam that I was managing, so I was going like also there every 2-3 weeks. I was in Amsterdam, so I know really well Amsterdam. But going back, I even went like with my wife and my son, I believe once or twice to visit it, like a tourist and not for work. So no, I in the past I was always out of home, huh? There are a lot of Italians, it's true. No. I'm working, guys, and also I know that in some cities it's legal, etc., but I would not recommend to do this. It's still drugs that we are speaking about, huh? So pay attention, guys. Then everyone does whatever they think and they prefer, but it's drugs, guys, huh? Spalletti back at the Maradona for Napoli. Juve will be interesting. Will be interesting only if he starts well. Otherwise, it will not even be interesting anymore. Because if I'm not wrong, Napoli won today against Lecce 1-0, which means that they are at 21 points. If tomorrow we lose, not with Spalletti, but then Cremonese and Torino, we are not able to go with 9-on-9. Arrivederci, that game is meaningless. So, then, The story will be beautiful if Napoli lose a few points. If we are able to go with a 9-on-9, would be really beautiful. No, again, to me, I know that it's even legal in Amsterdam. I was in USA, by the way. I was extremely shocked because I didn't know. I was in New York and I was smelling a lot of this. I was shocked because I didn't know. I said, "Mamma mia!" And there was the police that was walking around. I was, but what is happening? And then they told me, Beppe, no, it's legal here. So, well, good for them. But I was really shocked from not from Amsterdam because Amsterdam is really well known for that, but in New York I was really shocked. Then I tell you, it's legal, so everyone does whatever they want. If it's legal, it's legal. Huh? But it's still an addiction, so pay attention. No, yeah, I went there for a drink. I don't remember the name of the bar, but I went there. But it was just in a bar and then in another event. But I didn't visit Toronto this time. So I visited when I was 14, but I don't really remember a lot from Toronto. And this time I didn't have the opportunity to visit. No, because when you go with Juve, you don't really have the opportunity. It's work. It's really work. You go up, down. But then I met a lot of people like Colo. My friend Dan was top. Lex. 5 minutes more between. A beautiful shot from Zappa Costa. It went on target with a great save of Mignon. What a save. Juric went totally crazy, like he believed it. So 1-1 between Atalanta and Milan. Oh, it's already 10:30 and we're still live. I didn't have dinner. That's a fact. Who? Oh, I'm curious about Mercato strategy in January. What can possibly change? Now, pay attention because people, they forget. Huh? People, they forget. But maybe I should send a message or trying to call my wife that maybe they stop at McDonald's when they come back home. Maybe I can do that. Wait, huh? Because it's late. I will not ask her to start cooking, you know? Comolli cooked. But I don't know if they will be on time. I need to check what is the... Wait, let me check 1 second, guys. It's closed at 11 p.m. Shit. I don't know what to do. People are saying at this time it's not healthy. No, I know, but not eating is also not good. Huh? I'm really hungry. I had training, says Nico. What did I miss? Well, 3 hours 15 of life. The rumors of why not a coach yet, because there was a battle between Spalletti and Palladino. We showed it here. Spalletti, that was really here. Spalletti and Palladino here. And we were just waiting why here. So in the beginning, I really explained why not yet here. And after, I believe, 1 hour, 1 hour 30 of life, at a certain moment, the journey started really to say, done. There is not the official announcement yet of Juve from the latest information that I have. It's not even for tomorrow. But the agreement is done. It will be for Thursday, because tomorrow it's match day. They really want to focus on that of tomorrow. So that's in big what you missed. And then, of course, 3 hours of life. What were the plus, the minus of Spalletti? Why a person like me that didn't like him suddenly started to support him. That's what we said in 3 hours. Amico mio, my friend Nico Lotti. It's a 1+1, eh? It's a 1+1, so Champions League, probably. Champions League qualification meets automatical renewal for 1 more year. But yeah. I told you in the beginning, he was absolutely not being difficult about that. Everyone. Yeah, could be. Even better. Because I that's what I wanted to say earlier. Because my big regret with all that story is that good choice, not good choice, he will do well, he will do bad, whatever. It's an emergency choice of the available coaches. Then, sometimes, it's when you're not expecting it that you are cooking the best in the old cooking machine. We know that. And sometimes when you're expecting 5 stars caviar, it's not that great. So, but that's my regret. Because I can tell you that Comolli idea has always been, I want to go for a foreign coach, a different coach, something totally different. Like or not like, a middle, high, whatever, a different coach. Waiting for the end of Atalanta Milan so we can comment it. I have a feeling there will be still 1 more goal. I don't know for who, but I have that feeling. A one-on-one about it. Yeah, I will always beat Taj. By the way, in the last video that we did together, I saw you, huh? I saw the people that were voting against me. I saw you. I have my little list of all the people that voted against my lineup. I felt betrayed by a lot of you. People I was never expecting that would put me a knife in the back. I watched every day. I went there, sorting newest comment, and I was writing the names. I have my little book. You think I don't see? You think that I don't see, that I don't watch? I know. There are some times where you need to just vote for me, not for the idea. Even if my lineup was better. Anyway, my lineup was way better than his lineup. Because he took Buffon and you got emotional. With my lineup, you didn't even need a goalkeeper. Better defense. Better defense. Better defense. What did I say? Montero, Julian Thuram, and Bonucci. Three-man defense there, backed up by the wingers. Male, dai. Oh, ragazzi. Montero with the aggressivity. Thuram. And then you have in the middle, you have Bonucci. It doesn't even need to defend. He goes there with passes, boom, boom. But Nedved as a left wing back was top, guys. Huh? He played not really that position at Juve. He did in certain games, but much more when he was at Lazio. But Nedved was a horse, guys. Nedved, he's doing that with one eye and one leg, the entire wing. Because people, they don't remember. Nedved was a beast. He was running. Yeah, but that's why. You know, Sasha is right. The only thing why some people betrayed me, because I'm not speaking voted for another person or voted against me. No, they betrayed me. Because that's the reality. The only reason why people betrayed me is for Bonucci. That I said in the video, I don't like. But if we are looking at the skills of prime Bonucci, what are we speaking about? That's the only reason why people betrayed me. You betrayed me. Anyway, and I was thinking, and I hope I'm wrong, huh? Firaz, write it down on a... When is this? 12th June 2023. So, we are speaking about 30 months ago. What did I say? Paper, a theory I have. What if they already found an agreement with Spalletti? Spalletti can't coach Juventus in 23-24. He can't. Because he has that clause in the contract, anti-competition, whatever you want to. He can't. But that doesn't mean that he can't coach another team in Italy forever and eternity. Who knows if they found an agreement for season 24-25 and Juventus is thinking, okay, we have the coach that already worked with Giuntoli. Giuntoli, the first year, he will not be able to do a lot of things. Guys, you know, you don't know. You know, Mamma Mia, we are speaking about 30 months ago. There is only one thing that I have a regret that I didn't know earlier. One thing I really regret. I regret that I didn't start YouTube earlier. If only. Buonanotte, Michael. You wish me 100,000 Juventini of the world. Let's see where we are with the Juventini of the world. Because, see. Yeah, I agree with Colo. Yeah, he knows. That's a regret I have. should have started a bit earlier, but I was not even thinking about it. You know, sometimes you have the idea, you don't start. No, I didn't even have the idea about it. It's a pity. It's really a pity. No, then I started. Things are going okay with the channel, but no, because starting earlier, having more possibilities, would have been different. But if let's change. I regret that YouTube didn't exist when I was 18, 19, 20. Yeah. There we are speaking about what time lapse? 2001. Yeah, when I was 20, 2001. Because that would have been totally nuts and crazy. Me, without wife and kid, I would go crazy. Because now I see the young kids, they have the possibility, they go live when they want, they do videos, they are traveling the world, they go to Brazil, to here, to there. It's easier. When I was 18, internet existed. But when you wanted to load a picture, you had to wait an eternity because it was like frame per frame per frame. And when the picture was already there, you were already bored. You didn't want to see it anymore. Imagine. Calcio, mamma mia, I would go crazy. Maybe it's better. They would have banned the channel already. I was already working. At 18, no, I was still at school. 20, I was still at school. No, if you started with YouTube back then, depending on how things were going, probably I would never have started the job. But probably I would have been a total different personality as well. Farioli is a good coach. But if we already start the discussions about 26, 27, even if I tell you that a contract of 1 with an option plus 1, what is in the mind of Comolli? I think that Spalletti needs to over-convince. Otherwise, but please, no. But keep it in mind. Write it down. I'm sure that depending how Spalletti is, I'm not even saying convincing, over-convincing, not saying Farioli by per se, but a foreign coach in the mind of Comolli. Beppe, any specific player you think will benefit a lot from Spalletti tactics, philosophy? The problem is that we don't know yet the philosophy and the tactics of Spalletti because he played with so many of them in his career. So I think that Spalletti in the first phase will go with, let's first adapt to the players that we have, and then we see. So I hope a lot. I hope a lot of our players, because mamma mia. Oh, of course, my biggest wish fast is if I don't ask too much, one between Jonathan David and Openda as fast as possible. Riccardo Rocco. I was about to be 15. So, about to be 15. So you're a bit older than me. Montenegro spot. I had to laugh because this morning I didn't know that it was a spot for Amaro Montenegro, which is an alcoholic drink. The spot of Spalletti and Totti. I thought that he was in Montenegro. I said, what is he doing in Montenegro? Let him come back as soon as possible. Actually, he was in Milan, speaking about the alcoholic Amaro Montenegro. I was really thinking, what is he doing in Montenegro? He needs to be back fast. Oh, good, that Milan lost another 2 points. I told you, Juric, a lot of people. This is another prediction. I was wrong on. No, I was not wrong on Juve. But today, the predictions, this year, the predictions I did, I said Juventus will not compete for the Scudetto. I told you immediately, I don't like the Mercato. And actually, that's what is happening. I told you, you're underrating all of you Juric because you are influenced by Roma and Southampton. But Juric is not a bad coach and he can do well with Atalanta. And what did I tell you about Kivu? What did I tell you about Kivu? I told you it's a better choice for this Inter than Fabregas. Fabregas is a better coach, but for this Inter, at this moment, Kivu is better than Fabregas. I told you. Then what did I tell you? The flop. What did I tell you? The flop club of this season. Then of course, if they change, I don't know. But the flop club. Which club did I say? The flop club of this season. Is there someone that remembers? Not Juve. Bravo, Christian. I said Fiorentina. Before the first minute, important. Before the first minute. Yeah. Meta glasses. Yeah, you can see it here. But I'm not filming, guys, because actually the maximum length that you can film is like 3 minutes. Then you can start a new one, but it's every time 3 minute max length, so you cannot film 3 hours in a row. But yeah, actually, my wife gave it as a gift for my birthday, but she bought, because she's not really in technology, she bought the transparent glasses, so transparent glasses, and the Gen 1, because the Gen 2 was not yet announced. And when I received it, I was super happy because I wanted to have them, especially because I knew that I would have gone to Bernabeu, so I was super happy. But then I saw them, I tested them, and actually I said, the problem is that if you have transparent glasses, I don't use glasses because my eyes at today are still working. So I said, if I can change, especially because they have the Gen 2 for the little difference in terms of price. It's a longer battery, better quality of filming. I said, if I can change. So we send it back. And then when I was in Madrid, coming back at the airport, I had a bit free time. I stopped and I took these ones. Then, of course, the best ones are the transition glasses where inside they are transparent, outside they protect against the sun. But I really like them. So if you have questions, I can tell you. I'm not sponsored by Ray-Ban, but now I need to test them because I tested them when I went to the movie on Sunday. I made a clip on Instagram about the movie just to test. It was not something crazy, but it's working really nice. So if you have, now I'm curious for my next trip, how it will go. What am I using them for? So when I go outside, first of all, for the sun. That's because sometimes you forget, but for the sun, then it's super easy because when they are on, you long press here for a second and it's starting to record. So and it's really in first person. It's really nice for unboxing. For example, when I film unboxing with my phone, it's difficult because you have it one hand and then opening a box is extremely difficult, or you need to put it in something, but then you have one position only. When you have your glasses, you can look around. It's much more natural when you are filming, and I must say that it helps. You arrive in the stadium, if you have two views like this one, you're filming, you're watching. It's nice. Then the music for the gym, you can hear the music. You just click, you hear the music. It's great. But I believe it gives another dimension, more like, how can I say, if I make a short about or a vlog about something or a short vlog, guys, it gives, I believe, the advantage. You need to go with quality of the phone. Huh? You record with your phone and you can really see the beautiful high quality. But then if you have in these clips like a transition with also a first person camera, it brings you even closer. It's really, you see reality. Huh? You see reality, which is really, really nice. Look, can I go to my profile up? So you see that's what we see here is first that's with the glasses, except of that, of course, but then everything is done with glasses. I like it, but then you need to switch. You cannot do everything with the glass. You need to switch. But I really enjoy it. Then it's an add-on. It cannot be your main. It cannot be your main tool to record, but it's an add-on. I like. Oh, guys, if I meet a football player, I know that I will meet Trezeguet in Miami. Guys, if you feel him like that to arrive, and you need to hug, in example, really great. When in America, when in USA, I met all the players in these meet and greets. A lot of them, they recognized me. I was with my phone. I was recording them, so they came, and then they give my head, I give the fist or whatever. But sometimes they wanted to hug me because they knew me. So what did I do? Out of respect, I was doing like that. So the camera is bad. If you go with your glasses, you hug. Ragazzi, you see face to face. It's beautiful. Yeah, the quality is good. Huh? It's good. Of course, it's not the same as with your iPhone. It's not the same, but the quality is good. Cugino Andy is back. Ciao, Cugino. It's a long time ago. I would be scared if you are inside with those sunglasses and not take them off. But because you don't live in Italy. In Italy, people are always putting their glasses on. I don't think I will have time to go to the beach in Miami. Maybe yes. But I think the planning will be again. So what is the ranking saying now of Serie A? Milan 18. Oh, ragazzi, if we win tomorrow, 15. We are at -3 from Milan. Ah, guys, my wife is calling. Wait a second. Wait a second. I come back. I don't know if there are still people there or not. No, I was with my wife at the phone because she's arriving, and she was right on time in front of the McDonald's 3 minutes before closing. So I announce officially that my wife is on the way with a McDonald's. So super happy. Dai, we have like 3-5 minutes. Dai, Q&A fast. Like yes, no answers, these kind of things. Dai, fast questions. Dai, ragazzi, before she arrives. No, I didn't eat yet the McDonald's. She's bringing them. Yes. No, we cannot lose. We need to go up. So I will keep that screen open here for the Q&A of yes or no. Yes. Can David improve? He cannot do worse. So yes. Do win tomorrow. I use my joker on that one. No, it will not be a cheeseburger because I'm not a big fan of cheese. More than top 4. Do you think Adzic has a place with Spalletti? Huh. Not immediately. I'm excited by nature, so it's something new. I love new things. When I was speaking earlier about management lessons, and I said early adopters, I'm usually an early adopter. So yeah, even if I didn't like the choice of Spalletti first. Can we see Yildiz in the middle of the attack? It could be. Not immediately, but it could be. Brave Beppe, Hussein La Juve, Hearts. How is Paletti with youngsters? About football. Good. Do you believe on the impact that we wait for? Not yet. I think that Chico and Yildiz could do extremely well. A fast impact. In the summer. Winter mercato. Yes. Oh, don't forget that with Tudor, with Thiago Motta, we already spent a big part of the budget for the winter. Attenzione. Attenzione. Just reported in our Telegram group by Mohamed El Shahali, Spalletti should be tomorrow interim for the signature salary at 3 million euro per year. So it's not something new for the people that watched the live, but for the people that just entered tomorrow, as predicted. To be closed by tomorrow, announcement and first appearance on the pitch with the team on Thursday. On the bench, to be closed by tomorrow. Announcement and first appearance on the pitch with the team on Thursday. That's what we said. On the bench on Saturday against Cremonese. This is the schedule of Juventus for the new coach Luciano Spalletti. Yeah, for Mirko Nicolino, it's something that we already anticipated here. When Cabal will come back? If I'm not wrong, he should start training the team soon, but I think that we will see him after the international break. I may be late to the party, but what's the with the glasses? No, it's great. I like it. You don't like it? No, it's 100%, 99.9% Spalletti. It's done, guys. Which striker, Neven, you think will be the starter? Jonathan David. I mean, if for the season, huh? Then for the next game, I don't know the physical conditions. What's your ideal January mercato? No, that's too long. I said yes, no questions. Do you think that we buy Di Lorenzo for Spalletti? No. Would you like to see Miretti to have some minutes? But honestly, I don't care. Honestly, I really don't care. I mean, if he's doing great, I want to see players doing well, not Miretti personally. Players doing well. Whoever. Bravo, we are going back. Osimhen, no. Yeah, I just told you, we spent a lot of money on a new coach because we dismissed the other. So all the capital increase injected by Elkan, that a lot of people are criticizing, is going to pay some coaches. To pay Giuntoli, to pay Thiago Motta, because don't forget about Giuntoli, Thiago Motta, Igor Tudor. So all the money that we did capital increase at the moment are not used to make Juve better, but actually to pay the other ones that were flopped. It's nice to go from cold Belgium to hot Miami. Yes. You will not be there, LJJ, I heard. You are from New York. Nico, Spalletti, transition coach or long term? I think that if he does well, it's a transition coach. If he overachieves, he can be there for a bit longer. But it all depends. Zegrova is not a wild card. Zegrova is a player that if he's physically at 100% plays. At the moment, we didn't have Zegrova at 100%, not even at 50%. At the moment, I believe that we have him at 15%. No. Miretti behind the strikers. No, not in this Juve. To Peru, beautiful. Kim Min Jae, could be. Bravo, Angelo. No, Angelo. Bravo. That could be an option. No, we have already too many. You want to add the problems. We already have problems. Honestly, I had nothing to do. How long are we live? Nearly 4 hours. Now I'm closing because my wife is arriving. Chic on the left. Where are you taking these kind of things from? No. No next gen players. Maybe Pedro Felipe in the beginning until we have, but no. How do they pass medical during the transfer if they are injured? He wasn't injured, guys. It's a normal process of a player that is coming back after 1 year. Calma with Eli Mogale. Calma. He's not even playing yet with the next gens. But there will be a process to let him grow, to do a beautiful puff. He's only 16, eh? Okay, he's only 16. Calma. Otherwise, you burn players for nothing. But Eli Mogale with the first team to start training in the pre, that maybe, but calma. Attenzione, a beautiful message that is coming directly from Sweden. We have Evair Costa Santos. Doesn't sound really Swedish. It's a bit more Brazilian, if I might say. But from Sweden, Beppe, before saying anything about Spalletti, I have to say that I strongly believed in Tudor because of nostalgia. Now about Spalletti. I have to say, I think Jonathan David will flourish under Spalletti. No, Tudor, look, I never believed in Tudor becoming a world-class coach over winning coach, and that's also one of the reasons why I didn't predict Juve to win the Scudetto, because of nostalgia. Then my love for Tudor as a person made me really pray even more than for others that he did well with Juve. Jonathan David, I hope so. It could be that Jonathan David unlocks himself totally. Look, if I could say that one player could really benefit that change, it could potentially be Jonathan David. Yeah. Ciao Tahi. Do you enjoy your life? Bravo. I think wife and son are about to arrive. So what I will do is, in a chill mode, starting to say good night to all the people and thank you for all the people that tuned in, that were there together with me. I don't think that I read the message of DK. I hope he's still there. Players have to step up. We can no longer blame the coach if we have 3-1 within 12 months. I totally agree. So DK, I'm extremely sorry if you left. So sorry for that, because I missed your message. But if you're still there somewhere, or next time, guys, that we see DK into the chat, can we tell him that I read his message and I said thank you? That being said, it's time, because I hear my family with the food. So, Grande Bogdan, thank you to Studio 6029, to Christian, to Chill Gimbedish, to Evair, to Neven, to all the people that were here today. Grazie, and as always, Forza Juve. Can we say now Forza Spalletti? No, not yet, because first we need to say Forza Brambilla, that tomorrow will be on the bench of Juventus against Udinese. Grazie, Forza Juve.